La buona mano che 14 Pro. La buona mano che 14 Pro. Samsung ki aksai berekis. iPhone nya ni kokoloi. Ya buona mano che 14 Pro ne. Africa Borwa dumela lefatshe dumela ka le ka tsogetse le go tentle dumela. Good evening dumelang ke latanyana mara ke 14 ke re encha so le play like a le taba like zoom out ke zoom in ke 14 Pro Max Pro Max so le play like le batla ke zoom out ke zoom in le play like le mokimanyana wa a se tshwana le Samsung ke bona like le clear wa gona mpona ke apere top e black fanda ga gona dina le dinyana ke go skono yana ne e clear ne ga gona dina ledi ne le sound e pure sound le nkutla sharp ne Pro Max ya e botlhokwa re bue ne e botlhokwa re bue di 3 ka mo morao di camera ka mo morao di tharo ke Pro Max ka mo morao di camera di tharo mo side ke tshipi ya utlwala ne ke bona le ke berekisa iPhone 14 ne enja e seng Samsung ke rekile cash ke ga le di video tsa ka le di lebelle from now le tlo bona go tlo ba le different nya le tlo kgona bona re ke nna Cape Town na ke Pro Max 14 o kgona bona burku ba ka re ke bona di line fane ne ya no ke 14 Pro Max Good evening dumela mbagaetsho. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are doing well. I get focusing like they bogale. And the phone no lona is a little bit worse. But on a serious note, I get focusing this light. I feel like it's too much. Yeah. I mara fotini ke bottom. Oh, bona ga tlhoki le bone. Ha tlhoki. Hey mona sharp. Ha tlhoki light. Bona ke sharp ya. Good evening everyone. Welcome to Evening Conversations with Koki Mov. On your usual show, Mouth Talks Conversations. Happy birthday to Sandiswa. Sandiswa is down with Sia, wherever she is. It's her birthday today, and welcome guys. I don't have a topic today. You guys will tell me, what would you like us to talk about? I don't have a topic today. You guys will tell us what would you like us to talk about, so that we can engage on such, and then we can talk about such. Yeah, so let's chelete ne le mabane fitlele ke mabane re bua ka chelete be nor a ba tlo bua ka yona mabane re bua ka chelete Pity privilege, what is that? Hi, Papi, how are you, my brother? Then your network a big cut. What is pretty privilege or pity privilege? Request and talk to me. What's my word of the day? My word of the day. I'm trying to think about my word of the day. Gratification. Gratification. Work hard for it. That's my word of the day.
Dumela nkgono.
KC, dumela le kae ra?
Ke kae ntsalaka?
Re
It's okay.
teng, maestro.
Ke nna ntsalaka. Bona wena ntsalaka. Wa itse ne ke shebile gompieno. Anyway, but it was mentioned by Eusebius some time back. Gore why was it easy for people to believe gore Rosemary ke ena e rile no tso go tengwe di rile because of how she looks. Now, people because
Who's Rosemary?
how is Rosemary? Rosemary Ndlovu.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, fine. Why is it always easier for batho ba ba leng ba ntlenyana gore le ga go te o irile molato or go te ke mmolai or ke mmeteledi or go te ke
Oh, Rosemary.
wa itse mara e ka ra se eno itse go bo go nna le level of pitinyana ga e le motho o montle mara batho ba sa nnang kore ba senang ditebego tse di kalo-kalo ko gore
Are you comparing Rosemary to Dr. Nandipa?
but yes, to some extent, I mean, like the gravity of what they did.
It's almost
Or
the
why
same.
was it easier? Now people are feeling pity and sorry for Dr. Nandipa ka gore o montle.
Okay. No. I had that. I grabbed that maestro. Let's see others, then we will. Oh, pretty privileges. Okay. It's fine.
Yes,
That
the
okay, that's a
privileges
very
in life.
interesting. Let's get that one. Let's get another one. Pabi, how are you, my brother?
But I'm good, man. How you doing?
Do you have electricity tonight?
Yeah, I think I got load shedding in the next hour. So yeah, I'll be.
You know I know where you stay.
Wait.
I know where you stay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, bro. Let's not disclose.
I'm not gonna
But
close.
yeah, I'm around.
But I can tell you, your complex, when you get in, the first, after the gate, at the big circle, there's a guard house and the pool where you have to take the stairs to go into the pool. You see, I know where you stay.
Yeah.
I know where you stay. I know where you stay. Now, when you go to your house, ne?
Yeah.
How to go to Roboto? How to Saitila New Road? How to New Road? How to go to Roboto? Go to Roboto so tenang go ting. O tena left. How you go in? With a complex ya ntlha, complex ya o ke bobedi ya bofelo, then o tena hape left. Then your complex.
No. I used to stay there. I don't stay there anymore.
Oh,
That's
you
the
moved.
old complex.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no.
No,
That's the
fine.
old one.
All right, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me your.
But are you good, man?
I'm good, man. I can't complain.
Yeah. Look, hey, I just came back from work, man, and I'm doing a bit of self introspection here in my room, and to some degree, I'm a bit down. I don't know if it hurt is the right word, but I think the comment that I made just now was why I wanted to say South Africans in particular. So I was gonna say why South Africans so it's so easy for us to be complacent and be passive, with regards to our own personal portfolios. And the reason I wanted to talk about this in particular was so I don't want to go in detail, but I work in an environment where I'm a senior, so I've got people that report into me, and the people that are around me who are also managers but at a junior level, they're very, very complacent. They're very, very passive. And there's this particular guy who's a foreign international, but he's very aggressive about his personal growth. He's very aggressive about his ambition. And it's sad because, when I look at people around us, you always see people who are from foreign nationals, have this drive, this ambition. And yet, Rona, we're just so passive about everything, man. And I don't know why it is. And to some degree, I lost myself in the process. Hence, I just sent a text in the group now to say, guys, you know what? I apologize. I might have discredited my guys in front of the other employees because I did it on the floor. But it came from an environment where it was about passion, to say, guys, you're literally sitting on your own personal development. You guys are just being passive about it. And here's someone who's coming from a foreign country, to say the least, and he's flourishing. And what's the sad thing about these people? They don't flourish because they're the best at what they do. They flourish because they can capitalize on other people's weaknesses. They observe and they see PAbi is always late. He doesn't take his job serious. He's always not delivering. And you know what they do? They capitalize on it.
Let me ask
and
you
for
something.
me, yeah.
I'm sorry to step you. Based on experience as well, how's your view on, how can I put it? I'm trying to look for a word, but let me give you a scenario. Friday, Monday, month end, long weekend. That sickness, I wonder if it's only me and my friends that see that. When it's Friday, people don't want to work. Our people don't want to work on Friday. They want to knock off half day. Monday, our people still come to work. Some of them you can see weekend on casual. When it's Monday,
Exactly.
when you sit down with people and their minds on Monday, they cannot reason on Monday. They start trying to reason on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday they don't want to work. When it's long weekend, I always say when it's long weekend, come Monday or the Tuesday after long weekend, when you have to sit in a meeting, you see that people are still on long weekend. And my friend said to me, he runs a private company. Accept to hire South Africans because Friday about spanning, and then the contractor gonna go about sponsor. Come Monday, but like if you are around Rustenburg or around the place where there's hospitals, or if you work in a health facility, you'll agree with me. Monday, the line in the car. Monday, line. So, but what about sick note? There are people that still leave a sick note. And what I'm saying is very important. The sad part about us is that haki hola, whatever that iki hola, 20. Kis negereka kulo ikireka townhouse, ki feel or ki fitlil. Or ki namo townhouse, ki feel or ki fitlil. I have arrived. 500 meters, you've reached your destination. Haksabato it's a sepe, Haksabato pusher, Haksabato it's a. People feel like that. Now I agree fully with you on that one, but and it's frustrating.
It's sad, my brother. And for me, I just shared my sentiments in the group now. Get it over, guys. You know what? I know I was a bit harsh, and apologies for that. But there's nothing more painful than seeing people who are young and they're not showing any urgency when it comes to their own personal space. Like, guys, there's a lot of people around us who are making money, and not because of they're the smartest in the room, but they understood the business models, they understood the commercials, they understood the people, they understood how to penetrate the market. Look at taxi drivers and people who are in the taxi business, especially we can always say Mazulu are the ones who are in the industry. It's a capitalist society where people saw an opportunity and they went for it. That's why you see even that lady orchestrating they can easily make 1,000 a day, but because they don't have the financial capacity and the background knowledge to understand how to to drive their revenues, in terms of growing their business. To them it's just it's hand to mouth type of relationship, and it's called a passive attitude. And for me, even on my status right now, I just made a comment. Okay, guys, I'm one person who I don't want to associate myself with people who are passive. I don't want to associate myself with people who have no ambition. If something's not true for me, whether it's from a relationship perspective or from a personal growth, I don't want it near me. That's why, to some degree, you know what I do? I keep friends. If Koget was a person who's always talking about parties, it's fine, it's okay. But I'll keep him at that distance. If you want a groover, get him WhatsApp. If I want someone who's gonna grow me in terms of my space, my well-being, then I'll keep that person close to me as well. So for me, I always say, it's so difficult that people that are like, we always talk about my 2000. You see them coming from school, they never worked anywhere, they're starting as internships, they start making friends with the wrong people. And remember, we come from an environment where, like, peer pressure. You want to make friends with the most cutest guy in the room or the most prettiest girl in the room. You gauge people. Right? Was mama. I remember when I was in high school, I used to have the pressure. They used to wear a bag, but I stayed poor. That stupid bag almost ruined my life because I thought that I was never worthy of anything. There was a group that was gala, now parali tafisi, banali listed polo bag. I used to feel worthy of nothing because I didn't have that. And I'm thinking, to have a state polo bag and to have tafis, unjaya game. So for me, it's painful to see young people who are just sitting there being passive, especially when you see foreign internationals, bro. I've worked in the US for 2 years. When I was in the US, it taught me something that I never thought I'll see myself in. Boy, there was no way I could not work when I was there. I used to do 4 jobs. I used to be a waitress. Ngenaka 7 utiaka. Ne, kishesaka 4. From 4, I'll go to another restaurant, go msebenzi ke hlatswa dijana. I used to go hlatswa dijana just to get money. In fact, the people that came from Haiti, they used to drive these big cars. And I used to ask them, guys, how are you making this money? But they're making money just from doing odd jobs. They'll work from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant. And in South Africa, it's not common to see us doing more than one job. I'm talking about someone who works 9 to 5. But in foreign countries, dog, you can work from 6 to 6. And it's a norm. I see this gent in my workplace, Otaka. He's from Zim, that guy. I won't mention his name. But you just see the urgency in that guy. Exactly the same thing you just said, Otaka, right now. I've seen a woman go lifting who's a South African. Again, I thought her hair was all over the place, the makeup. It's sad to see such things, young people doing these things to themselves. And I'm not saying, KasiZulu, there's a term, meaning alcohol fun should not dictate how your life should be. We all want to have fun. We all want to have a nice time. But where's principle? Where's morality? Where's discipline? I mean, what a groove until 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock you still have a meeting, you still have to go to work. Where's the respect in your job? That is your bread and butter. And this young man, he's not doing much out here. And all he's doing is he's just capitalizing on people's weaknesses. Babura Strata is coming to work late. He doesn't take his job serious. He doesn't deliver on time. You know what this guy is doing? This guy will capitalize. And then tomorrow, this guy will do a promotion. Yeah, but he's from Zimbabwe. Hey, what I want to know, guys. Young people need to understand. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But, it's like, look at TikTok. You'll see how these trends will go when someone does something wrong. I've seen, I think, yes, the other day you made a comment on that other lady's video. I forgot her name. Just after you came out, I joined. Those 2 ladies, they're both mature, they're both adults. Instead of them driving a narrative of, guys, let's use this platform to encourage each other to grow people. No, they want to bully each other. Yeah, when we think I'm my husband, hey, when that time about to close, I'm thinking, guys, what world are we living in? So, and you know why? Some people were bashing me. I got a border, because you know why? People want things that are juicy. They want things that are, that are causing havoc. People don't want to hear the truth. As soon as you talk something that is legit, it's making sense, they don't want to hear about it. So for me, I always say to myself, I'm going to keep my circle. Anything that is toxic to me, I'll tag. I don't want to serve it. I don't want it to serve me. I'll keep my distance. That's how I see it.
All right. No, cool, PAbi. Thanks for that. That's very insightful. As you're speaking, I'm trying to put it together. I think we must not only put it about passive at work, but we must talk about we must talk about the effects of monate and jwala in our lives. Because no one wants to talk about that. No one wants to talk about that. And the core issue here is that we want to be relevant through jwala. We want to be relevant through monate. We want to be relevant through chencha banyana. Every one of us has got that little nyana demon that is delaying us, that is making us to be a bit passive about our lives, that is making us pusha. And the sad part about it is that now, if we say, let's talk about alcohol abuse, or let's talk about how jwala has affected us, there will be a comment airing bialabu control mutu get bialabu na problem mutu get na problem. There'll be that comment. There'll be a comment airing, yeah, but if mutu afilorene ushapuka if mutu afilorene ushapuka kadaiding But that are the core issues that makes us to be passive. Because how you feel like vaping, it's 4,000, I don't know. And then get a bottle of pay, or taro. And then I am the man. For that moment, I'm the man, then Rakutu, and then whatever. And then in the morning, Kamile came miracle. On the other hand, so we must talk about the effects of that in our lives, how that is delaying us, how that is making us to become passive. Because there is something that makes us to feel like we are passive. It's the fact that we feel like we've arrived before we arrive. Are you reading the comments, Papi?
Yeah.
I don't know how much people spend but I know. I used to gamble now. I used to gamble. When I was staying in Pretoria, there was a casino in Ghana. Remind me, man. There's a casino go Pretoria. People of Pretoria next to Main Lane. Come on. There's a very big casino there. I used to go there. I used to go there when I had stress or when I thought I had stress. When things were not fine, go to. Until one day, I get duty. I don't know how my bank statement ended up illegal. My mom. I don't know how bank statement print. And mama was like, in one night, Times Square, yes. In one night, you are able to spend 11,000 for casino. And I realized, yes, hey man, waste. And it's because that was an addiction that I didn't think about until I said with friends. I've got another friend who he's into construction, and then he told me that Mchana, I thought I knew I sharp because I used to spend Boma 40. I used to spend that, and we started talking about it. The other one, and then he used to lie around. Namchana, I spent Boma 1,000 until one day I remember tendering 50,000 in a Lotsama. Now, bad habits need open platforms. We need to talk about them in open platforms so that we can be able to know that this is the reason why I do this, so and so. Because the problem is that you think that you're the only one that's having a problem, but because no one is talking about it, we are miracle and you're not talking about it. We have a problem as society, as South Africa. You feel like you're the only one who has a problem. You are being you know what, how it's in but because people are not talking about it, it becomes a norm. It becomes a norm that Rona, Reto, as South Africans, as long as we don't want to grow, we don't want to do that. It has become a norm. Now we must talk about that.
But Koki, here's the thing, Otiak. You know, now I say this and I say it very clear, you know, when you wake up in the morning, if you don't have a plan, you have no ambition, you have no drive, you have no direction, then there's something wrong. It's the same as when you drive, Koki. Let me just give you an example. When you drive your car, you're going on vacation. You've never been to Zimbabwe. You're driving from Joburg to Zimbabwe or wherever. The GPS will guide you. It will tell you, Koki, this is your destination, how long it's going to take, this is the route you need to follow. If you miss a turn, it will reroute you and say you are being rerouted or whatever. It will even adjust the time that you're going to arrive. Now, that shows that you know where you're going. There's a destination. There's an ultimate destination. That's why even when you get there, what does it say? You finally reached your destination or you arrived, whatever the case might be. Now, people who have no ambition, you know what happens? They get carried away. So I'm going to give a typical example. Just 2 days ago, I had friends over. My wife and I had a little bit of a disagreement because it's at 10:30. But hear me out. I didn't really look. When they came and they visited my house, I made it clear that, guys, now, if you guys want to go chill at my house by 10:30, guys, please, I need to be sleeping. Because now at 4 o'clock, I wake up, I prepare. 5 o'clock, I'm in the gym every day with no fail. I go to gym. They all agreed. But you know what happens when people drink? They get excited. It's alcohol. Come 10 o'clock, 10:30, I still want to chill. I said, no, guys, we made a deal. I'm not going to compromise what I need to do because of Ronaldo. Guys, you have to go. You know, we had a little disagreement with my wife. Yeah, babe, we're not too serious. Hey, I'm not visiting house. Babe, no, I'm back to We spoke about it. I even told them. If they didn't agree, they would have chosen the next house to go chill somewhere. But I spoke to them. No matter how past 10, please. So for me, it's an issue of discipline and principle. If people are not driven, then they have nothing to drive. There's a comment that was made here. People from foreign internationals or foreign nationals have more stomach to want to win. But you know why? It's because this is not their homeland. When I was in the States, I'm speaking from a real experience. When I was there was no I can call my tiger timer on rough. That time, how do you send how do you transfer rands to dollars? I couldn't. I had to make a plan. I don't know anyone there. There's no next door. Hey, no, you had to make a plan. You're on your own. So here is an element of being comfortable. Hence, we use the word being passive. You know, every now and then. You know, 200 rand, whatever. Do you understand? So it makes us complacent. It makes us not to be disciplined. It makes us to be passive about things. What do you think now? This, and I'm like, okay, I'll give you a typical example.
Can you please repeat that again?
Look at the iPhone. Look at the Gucci's that we wear for some reason.
That's power. Repeat that again. We become
Repeat what?
complacent because we know that there's machonis, we know that there's somebody. We are so complacent, man. You know, as you're talking, I'm quiet. I'm taking it in. I'm looking at myself. I'm putting. I feel like I'm not doing enough. People are going to laugh. I had a bit of a disagreement with someone lately about this, about life, but I realized that Ugani, she's like, you know what, Koget? Every day when you knock off, you work from 7 or 8 till latest 4, 4:30. You don't have family. From 4 until 12 o'clock, you don't have anything that you do. Why don't we change your car and then you get the type of a car that you're driving, but get a sedan and then do Uber Black until 12 o'clock? And I wanted to fight. I'm like, Uber Black? I know there's money there, but until 4, until 12. It's like, yeah, it's because you want to go and sit on TikTok and you want to go and talk. And then when you are down there, you've got $2. And as you're sitting, as you're saying it, I'm like, yeah, you know that person Ubuile. And it's true. We are so complacent, papi. I remember there's a time when I left the country, when I was in, where did I stay for a very long time? I was in Kenya for a very long time. Now, ke itse mo Mzansi ya ke shapeile ke tlo founela machonisa ke tlo founela somebody la pesheleta kara one but wakana ba sogola but wakana they will sell everything and anything that is on the street but wakana how it meeting ke 8 ka 5 to 8 ba dutse ba ntse so because they've got pushing factors. Now we don't have them. We don't have pushing factors anymore. Something that you said that I wanted to ask you. Papi, it's so painful. It's so painful. I'm sorry, guys, if you feel like we're talking alone. It's so painful that you talk about being driven. When I'm from Rustenburg with no child or with a child that I don't even take care of, that I don't even see the need to take care of, I don't have a girlfriend or a straight girlfriend, I'm staying on my own. What is it that's going to drive me? What is it that's going to drive me? Because I'm from a place where when I get home, I'm being worshipped like, whoo, he's the best thing that has ever happened. What is it that's going to drive me? Because I'm the first one go reka polo. I'm the first one go dula mitrente or centurone mo townhouse, and they don't even know whether I'm renting or kirekile. And the fact that how can I go na smart TV, I feel like I've arrived. The fact that Gucci, whatever sex I feel like I've arrived. And the people around me, they worship me because they feel like that's the best achievement. What is it that's going to drive me? I'm not going to have a drive because I don't have anything that drives. Majority of us, we don't have things that makes us want to do more. Because and again, it's a socio-economical issue between the haves and the have-nots. Now there's a social fight between the graduates and the non-graduates. Kibo, guy. di-chipi di didimetse banong wa graduata bo stainless steel bo chipi ke chipi ba mepako ba didimetse no re bua ka mapanta ha ba le ba mapanta ba fetsa ka June when there's no graduation tebele bo ya ho kena bo stofuza yanong ke nako a rona ke nako bo stofuza bo BBW neng ka December di ka di graduate tsa lona yango di graduate tsa lona tse di borang ba palelwang ke bo women on top. We are always trying to say these ones are right, these ones are wrong. We don't have a particular direction. It's like the fight between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated.
But here's the thing, Otiak, and this is what I was saying initially. Kere, if you just take one step back to what you were saying, we live in a society where back in the days, and now I'm almost 35 now. When I look back to when I was my younger 20s, my 20s, I'm thinking, flip, I should have done things differently. But remember, as black people, we come from unprivileged backgrounds. So when you get a job, for you to be known you need to buy a shirt, yeah, Gucci, for example. Then I was never a fan, yeah, brand, but because it's what sort of trending, it's what is acceptable in society. But I'm not a fan. Literally, now I grew up getting a Makam. I can still buy a Makam. I don't have a problem. But because I stay in an environment where, I stay in an environment where I see, like, I can iPhone, dog, né? But I was even telling my baby, man, iPhone, just what Lena get iPhone. But I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan. But get to because and that's unfortunate thing that we experience as black people because we are under so much pressure, and this peer pressure, whether we like it or not, it's not an adolescent thing. Even in adults, we still experience it because back in the days, how you are known in society. Even women take you serious. Why do you think if you go to the hood driving your Golf, all the women give you that look? Golf. If you come to my estate right now with your Golf GTR, nobody cares. Every girl here is driving their own cars. A Golf is not even close. It's not even a match. But if you go to Alex right now, Golf the seat, the latest song. You are in, dog. You've arrived. So it's a social thing, dog. It's a narrative that is driven by the society. And unfortunately, because we come from unprivileged environments, that's what it is. As a black person, Goki, you can't say, there's no way. We don't believe you. Even on X6. But if a white person drives a Polo, we know why people they invest money. They could be driving the most ugliest car, but they probably live in the biggest of the houses. That's the narrative. So Runa is called oppression. It's black on black. Nowadays, when you go to a club or tech, una savannah, utamali double date, unutu go. What if it's not VIP? Go general. Nobody takes you serious. Una savannah yana say two wena. Balabali shambobo balabali starlight. You all want to be there. It's the pressure that we put on ourselves because when you go to a club, you chill. How savannah or regular pioneer or something. Deep by deep, that's how they see that. Today, but you could be enjoying your savannah. You want to go sweat. You want to go sit, go VIP, but you can't because it's not acceptable. So we are confined by the narrative of the society, unfortunately, and that's why I keep on saying, Ochaka, if you are an individual, you are a man, you have no vision, you have no drive, you're going to be screwed, Ochaka, especially if you're out, because you know why? The accountability of your families, the accountability of your own personal growth sits with you. Every chick that you're going to meet, ain't not a must. They're going to look at you, okay, when a whoop, so in. They're going to be looking at you. So whether you like it or not, if you can't discern from what is right, what is wrong, if you can't go back and recollect what your parents used to teach you about friends and about this and that, Otak, you're going to be screwed. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be lost. You know, Kogi, I've got 3 cars, né? And every day I change my cars when I go to work. And I'm at a point in my life where I made a comment today joking to one of my employees. Again, guys, now I can myself. When this guy, this is how I said it, jokingly. He can go on vacation at any time. Because you know why? It's the choices that I made in life to make sure that I sustain myself without compromising myself. If I were to bring a child into the picture, then I might struggle a little bit because I haven't planned for the person. But for this one, I can do whatever it takes to make sure that I is taken care of. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is if you as a man, you don't have a personal vision and how you see yourself and where you see yourself, you're gonna be lost out here. You're gonna find guys, Bo Shangarai, Bo Moses, Bazwagozim Kai, especially in a work environment. They will because you know why? Those guys are hungry. They have a sense of urgency. They understand what it means to come from impoverished environments. I came from an environment where I've seen my dad lose his house and my mom, and we had to go move to another house where in a study window, I saw it firsthand when I was young. It happened. I saw firsthand when my dad was able to take us to those multiracial schools. But you know what happened? I was the only one who was living in the township. And at that time, when we in multiracial schools, Goki, what happens is every weekends we visit each other. I'm going to sleep over at my friend's house. But now I couldn't because I was embarrassed. My dad put me in an environment where my friends now said Winchester, Robert Sherman at the time, it was Johannesburg South. I was embarrassed with Soweto. I couldn't. Hey, my first name is John. John, when are we visiting you? Hey guys, hey, visiting me, hey, the problem. But you know what? I use that narrative to change my mindset and what I want to achieve in life. I say, you know what? I'm not gonna live like this for the rest of my life. This just before I could join this life, I was on a call with my mom. My dad believes in old school. No, you must buy a house in the hood. Why don't you come back and stay I'm like, Timer, I left Soweto for a reason. I will never come live there. I don't want to. I'd rather struggle go trend because it's fine. But I'll never go back home because my ambition is I want to go buy a house, go sit and get Gulf Estate or somewhere. Why must we see ourselves short for certain things? Why must it be another person? I don't want to be that guy who says, hey man, our time is off. You wanna see my friends wanna come to the X6? No, I'm gonna arrive. Why must be my friend who's arriving? Oh wait, I'm coming. So for me, I believe the perception of personal development, if people don't have that drive in them, I promise you, and that's why I'm very cognizant of the people that I keep in my circle. I literally observe people. If like yesterday, I was chilling with these other guys in my estate. We have a restaurant. Around 10 o'clock, like guys, let's go to is it Monash, some club in Pretoria. Come 11 to see you. That time they tipsy, I'm like, it's fine, we can go, but let's convoy. Okay, I'll go pay, let me take my car. I didn't even go. I came up with a story. But you know why? It's self-taught. It's a discipline issue, it's a principle issue. So if people don't have that Otaka, I promise you, as a society, as black people, we won't go anywhere. We're going to be stuck in one place, and then when we see other people progressing, alone and young, loan and none. We are the ones personally who are not growing our own personal portfolios.
Wow, PAbi. Wow. Can I not say anything? Can I just keep quiet? One of my biggest fears in life is poverty. Because I always say to people, I only had a bed. The first time my mom bought me a bed was when I went to Teshar, 2007. And I've told myself that I don't want to go back home. I've told myself that I don't want to go back to that situation. Yeah, talk a bed. Even when I'm at home, I don't enjoy it because that's not my house. And I always hang around and go to places that are way above me. Every second day, I drive around Kems Bay. Every second day, I drive around Kems Bay. Or almost every day, I drive around Kems Bay. See those expensive houses. Fortunately or unfortunately, God has always given me women that are above me, and somehow I would refuse. But that has made me to try and push in life. People see me as a fool sometimes because I can be Allah. And not that I'm the best. But it's because I grew up, I know what alcohol can do. I've seen alcohol damaging families. I've seen guys that I respected going to Joburg and coming back with nothing because of alcohol. Not that I've got something. And the sad thing that I'm seeing now that we are doing is that we are becoming so comfortable with things, with maintaining things that do not belong to us. We are becoming so comfortable with the mentality of renting. I've been working for 14 years. I should be halfway on my second bond. We are becoming so complacent with the mentality of I'll buy a car and then I'll change it. Clothes, you buy them, they're when I meet a woman and we have to have a conversation now, my question with her is, what are we going to leave for the kids? I've got a child. I've got a daughter. I have a 3-year-old that must have the best life that she can have. Now, I cannot meet someone who would only want to be about her and about only her. I want to sit and talk to people that are going to say, what are we going to leave for the kids? Because every business that is being done by somebody is not going to benefit him, but it's a generational thing that's going to benefit the generation behind us. We are so hurt that we care about ourselves to a point that we don't even have provident funds. We don't even have pension funds. We don't save money for the future because we're saying, we don't even have life covers because we're saying, not we born. We pass on the hurt, we pass on the poverty to our kids. We pass on things that we supposed to deal with. That is why a lot of us, we don't maintain our kids. Because I grew up, my father not maintaining me. And my mom was able to do it. So why should I make Tolo why should I make Tolo a feel sharp? Because Kehotsi was so special about Tolo. We need to break away from that. One thing now in closing, guys, we need to know our levels. I earn monthly salary. I don't have a business. I've got a side hustle of events. I can get an event this week, get an event next week, and spend 4 weeks without events. I can drive from here to an event. But I'm already there. I cannot compare myself with a tenderpreneur. I cannot compare myself with African guys that do marketing, fraud and 4-1 and whatever. Because those people, they get money as and when things move, and they don't get 40,000 a month. They don't get that. Those people get millions and millions of money. And if for me, I'm going to date a woman who's still trapped in her ex's behavior that was giving her millions of money, that was giving her thousands of money, then I'm not going to go anywhere in life. I get so emotional. I see somebody here who just joined. I've been to a point in life where I moved out of an estate, go with bank, and I went to Bloemfontein, and I stayed in a community school, and I don't want to go back there again. And I've learned my lesson. And one of the things is that we want to maintain expensive women in our lives, especially Majita. I want to hold the best of the best that's going to cost me. We don't talk about it, but we're paying a lot of money to maintain status. We're paying it by, I mean, I cannot go with you, PAbi, every time when you pop champagne. One day, in Naka pay 10,000, got a bill 8,000. And does not make sense. Because I'm wearing shoes that do not fit me. They are too big for me. That's why I cannot move. I don't want to sit on my own and understand that it's my season of staying in Mukuku. I'm going to move from Mukuku to a town. I just want to jump because Papi's 35, I'm 35. Now I just want to get married because Papi's married. I want to have 3 cars. Because that's why some of us end up doing fraud and all those things. It's because we at some point we don't understand the season. It's autumn, we're going to winter. We're not wearing jackets, we're wearing jerseys because it's autumn, we're going to winter. But when life is putting you at the season near autumn, you already want it to be summer. We don't want to take accountability of the fact that I'm at this point in life. And at this point in life, I can live and do that. Every weekend, we want to go out, we want to pop bottles. When you don't have money, we become so miserable because Sometimes we don't want money to sustain ourselves. We want money to buy status. It's so painful, but it's so painful. If I can say to people now, sit down and calculate the amount of money that we've wasted. We waste a lot. You know, nowadays banks, I'm banking with Discover. Discover does this thing of, they give you I don't know if it's a expenditure or whatever. They'll say to you, for takeaways, eat out, you spend this much. Fuel, you spend this much. Liquor, they put it, liquor, you spend this much. Clothing, you spend this much. Health, and then they put savings at the bottom. When I looked at, I did that last year. When I looked at it, I became so ashamed of myself. I became so ashamed of myself that I can spend so much money on takeaways and on restaurants, and I don't even save money. What the question is, if me and you, the 314 people that are watching, if when you leave this life, there was an email to come to say, Spanish House Fedile, how long were you going to sustain your life that you are living without Span? That's the question that I want everyone and anyone here to think about. If you were to be told that Spanish House Fedile in the morning or now, how long are you going to survive sustaining that life? Some of us is going to be very painful. We don't even have a space to stay. Because we don't work and plan for the future. We work for now. We work for now, Papi.
You know, I just want to say this thing before I jump off, my brother. I also want to give other guys a chance. I think, you know, we learn every day, and you know, it's imperative for every individual who's sitting here, obviously, or who's watching it, or who's listening in, just to be mindful of their own personal space, you know. And there's so much pressure, dog. And you know, as you grow older, there are certain things that become more important than the others. You know, you sit back and you look back and you realize, you know what, the stuff that your mom used to tell you. So, for example, I drink, right? The last time I got drunk, I was in grade 10. I think there was, don't know how many years ago. I think that was in 2003 or 4, I don't know. That's the last time I got drunk. Ne? In fact, it was the first time, the last time I ever got drunk. I once tried to smoke. During that time, peer pressure high school, it never happened. And the reason I'm sharing this story is, when you look back, what your mom used to tell you, Papi, akibatle chomele how ya go koning, like chomele. You look back, you think about your teacher. Don't be friends with that boy. That boy is gonna not make you be successful, for example. And now you're sitting back 20 years later, you're like, hey, flip. Mr. Certain things. Because you know why? It's called self-introspection. There's a reflection of the past and where you are currently in your life to say, flip, I should have done 1, 2, and 3. Guys, there's no formula in succeeding. There's no formula in doing certain things. But I tell my nephew right now, he failed his matric last year. I said, I call him Kop. Sometimes we need to be grateful for other people's mistakes, because you know why? We can learn from them. When you leave your house, there are guys that I grew up with who were my friends. There's actually a close friend that has become Nyaopi, whatever that life has turned out to be. And maybe it's his fault, it's his always doing, we don't know, but it is what it is. Those people are there so we can learn from them. So we can be able to go back to the drawing board and say, you know what? I don't want to do this. There's people around you. I tell my niece the same thing. I said, Mpo, you're in varsity right now. There's people in our family who have 5 kids, 6 kids, unemployed, living a struggling life.
Who went to varsity and came back without anything?
Do not go and compromise yourself or put yourself in a situation like this. Sometimes you don't have to learn the hard way. You have to see people around you and learn from their mistakes. I told one of my managers just recently, I said, Chief, you have this perception that because you're tenured in this company, there's an expectation that we should promote you. It doesn't work like that. A person can walk into a business and do wonders in 5 weeks. If that person is measured on deliverables and a person can deliver beyond his expectation, then he deserves the promotion. You've been here for 10 years means nothing. It's the same as what our government is doing to us. Because they've been here for 24 years, they feel that they're entitled. They'll always be there. But what about service delivery? Have they been meeting their KPIs, or if you, for the lack of a better word, have they meeting their deliverables? If not, if DA decides to come in 2 weeks or 6 weeks and they stop the load shedding, they have delivered. It shouldn't be an issue of no, they are tenured. This is when I would, they're from 1994. No, life doesn't work like that. So for me, I keep on saying the reflection of who we are is principle. One needs to be true to themselves. And when I say being true to themselves, they need to understand that a growth form and a personal development, it starts with I, you as an individual. You know, I just sent a text in the group right now apologizing to my team that I was harsh to them. And it's a lesson for them as well. Because tomorrow when I walk into the office, I'm going to tell them, guys, I'm human, I'm going to make mistakes. But we speak of self-introspection. You leave your house in the morning, you go to work, you come back. What do you do when you get home? Right? Some of us, we get on TikTok. But before I even jumped on TikTok, I did a bit of internal introspection to say, how was my day? Where did I go wrong? Where do I need to improve on? So I realized that subconsciously may flip, man. That moment I was too harsh. I went hard on my guys. I discredited them in front of their employees. I shouldn't have done that. I quickly sent a message in the group, guys, apologies. I shouldn't have done that. Being a leader, sometimes it can be difficult. I was taken by emotion, whatever the case might be, but I stated my case and I apologized. So if I'm doing it, I expect them to be doing the same, to say, hey, today, these were my targets, these were my deliverables. Did I meet them? Did I do this? Did I do that? Do you understand? But you know why? The term complacent, it means we end up just doing things for the sake of we're doing them. Excuse me. We wake up every day, we go and try and hustle, we come back, we sleep. And then we wait and hope and pray. God, please give me that opportunity. Where is it going to come from when you don't want to put the effort? So for me, I keep on using the term South Africans because you know why I'm referring to them? I've witnessed firsthand working with people from different parts of the world. My brother, I've been everywhere. I've been to the States, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Puerto Rico, I've been to Haiti, I've been to France, I've been everywhere. I think, I don't want to go in detail, but the point is, I've witnessed firsthand the different types of cultures and people in different parts of the world and how they work, the ethic. If you look at people that come from Mexico, they come from impoverished environments. There's a country called Haiti where it was hit by the what is it called, the thing by the volcano, and they moved to the States. Those people, dog, they work 6 to 6. It's normal. Go to any restaurant where you find people from Zimbabwe who work as waitresses, batwa, gobo, baberkan, gobo spend, all that. Those guys, all they know is work out here. In my state right now, there's a restaurant. There's a lady, I asked her, I'm like, hey man, sister, in the morning when I came from gym and then I had breakfast. She served me. In the evening, I came back, and then there was load shedding. So in our restaurant, if there's load shedding, then they've got a backup generator. I went to the restaurant. That was around about 8:30 to 9, bro. She was there. I'm like, I was going to do seven at high. My shift is put everything. Semenza from 8 to 10 every day. Willingly, my brother. Willingly. And I just looked at it. I'm like, sure. So after I saw her, I called my nephew, I called my niece, I got them into a conference call. God bless Mpo. Please, guys, I'm being honest with you. It's so sad that sometimes we have these expectations that, my uncle, he drives the X6, he will always be my uncle. No, life doesn't work like that. People have their priorities, they've got their families, And I said to them, guys, if you don't get your house in order while you're still young, one day you wake up, I won't be there, my dad won't be there, your parents won't be there, it'll just be you and the world. And you know what's the most painful thing? You will struggle. As we live right now, my brother, repo rates are going up. Salaries are not going up. They're stagnant. They're staying where they are. So if people are not mindful, they're not cognizant of their portfolios, they're going to be stagnant. They're going to be stuck in one place. They won't grow. So I said to them, guys, irrespective who's in your circle, if person A comes to you and has no personal value in your life, keep them at a distance. I tell this to my employees even when I get to work. Guys, I see you. I watch you guys. I observe you. How you make friends, how you socialize, how you group yourself. I see these things. But trust me, it's only now at 35 years I started realizing certain things that I didn't realize back in the days. Like stuff that my mom used to tell me, like, but when I look back, no, flip. Because I'm 35, I realized that flip. Why did I buy that golf when I was 22? I could have saved money. I could have bought investment. There's what you call putumanati shares. Go multi-choice. They used to be going for 30 rand, guys, a share. Go multi-choice.
MTN's like
rand.
that.
We never knew about that.
MTN
Zakhele. Exactly. We never knew about that. But you know why? Because we come from environments where, again, guys, as a black person, I'm going to say this for the last time. We come from disadvantaged backgrounds. If you, as a black man or a black woman, or no, you don't want to change the narrative, my brother, my sister, I'm sorry. Your life is going to be stagnant. You're going to think, I don't know what you're going to be thinking. Even the same TikTok we are on, that people are making money out of it. But you know why? Because they're smart. They're proactive mindsets and they know how to make things happen. And I tell my people every day, if you don't have a winning mentality, I don't want you next to me. If I bring you to my life, there must be some sort of value. If I have a conversation with you, Koki, and I hang up the phone call, and there's nothing that I learned from this person, then I ask myself, yeah, madam, then I don't need you in my space, Otak. You'll just be, there's terms called either you are a colleague or what's another term? There's a term in English when someone is just someone that you know. I don't know what's the term, but you'll be that person. I will not keep you in my space because you know why? You adding no value in my life. So for me, boy, yes, boy, those are shares we used to buy. I even have those shares. So I keep on saying, guys, if people don't want to grow themselves in their own personal spaces, guys, acquaintances, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. That is sad. And I'm saying this again, guys, South Africans, we need to wake up. Whether Nigerians, we say they're doing drugs or whatever, but they're living. They're doing things better than we should be doing. So, guys, please, as a young black man, a young South African woman, guys, grow your portfolios, have visions, have goals. We all want to groove, we all want to party, it's okay, but have discipline. With no discipline, with no principle, I promise you, my brother, my sister, you will not go anywhere. You will stay in one place. You'll be in a working environment where Moses from Bulawayo is getting a promotion, but I've been here for 5 years. This is not fair. No, it's not about fair. It's about, can you deliver? It's not about tenure. It's not about I've been here for 20 years. No. Can you deliver? Are you adding value in the company? If you're not adding value, thank you very much. Let's shake hands. Bye-bye. And guys, always remember, the people that come from foreign internationals, they're here to work because they don't have someone to ask. They'll always do the best. They'll always give it their best. So my brother, let me leave it short, my brother. It's not short, but yeah, let me end them, and I need to jump off as well. Yeah, no, but thanks, my brother, for the platform. I appreciate it, man. My brother.
Thanks, Papi. No, Papi touched a nerve. Papi ran an iPhone. Papi ran an iPhone. Come on, feel better. Ran an iPhone. You know, one of the things that Papi said now that we don't do is a reflection. We don't have time. I wonder if you guys still remember what I said to you at December. I said, when we go home, we must sit and reflect. We don't have time to reflect. We are always busy doing nothing. We don't have time to reflect. We don't have time to sit and say, these are my plans that I had for this year. I'm this far. We don't have time for that. We don't reflect. We would sit on this platform, but you'd never ever hear us saying, today we're going to reflect on ourselves. What have you achieved? Because, okay, yes, we move in silence, but do you sit on your own and do you reflect on your own? Do you sit and do you introspect yourself? There's this thing of that Papi said that we need to measure things on deliverables. Now, I always talk about relationships. There are people that will tell you that I'm with this person because we've been together, but there's no deliverable. That's why a guy can date you for 5 years and meet another lady for 2 years, for 2 months, and then they marry them. Yes, you guys will feel like this person is heartless, say wait, but the thing is that whatever that he was looking for, he has found it there. Now, a lot of us are trapped in that, even in friendships. We've got friends that we know that this person, there are 3 types of friends. There's past tense friends, there's present tense friends, there's future tense friends. Now, I'm with a friend because Nali history. But at the current moment, he does not fit. And when you leave somebody because they don't fit where you are and where you're going, it's not that you are a bad person, but you're measuring where you're going. And you're looking at, you know what he said. It's what now I cannot spend time with you on the phone and then I fit to make if you don't keep working one. Because when I talk alone, I don't expect somebody else to put something. I'm just going to be talking. Now I can't be talking to you on the phone. It makes like gaining something. Then I rather I say that even I cannot date you if we're going to drive from here to Durban, even Durban is far, from here to Bloemfontein, 10 hours, while there's nothing that we can talk about, while there's nothing that you're going to challenge my mind with, while there's nothing that you're going to say that's going to make me see life different. While you be yebo baba nyabonga, oh baby munke, oh baby video la go TikTok, baby where to start, yo video la go TikTok. Really? Talk something. Do something. Tell something about me that I need to change. Do something that's going to make me. You see, Busi and Kima, those mama, keep Busi man. I'm feeling headache. That's one. Really feeling headache. I like that because you don't need to come here. Be useful. You don't need to come into somebody's life and there's nothing that you say. There's nothing that you do. Moto feleza abua aliwani the whole day and night. Guys. And one thing that I picked up from I wrote 4 things down. One thing that I picked up that's very important. Adult wisdom. Adult wisdom. You know, I remember my mom. I had this other cousin that my mom used to warn me about. I go to Mamutungo. That guy is behind bars now. And I remember come from Manshapil and Gatenza Zilong, and Krakenland, and Raman Taylor Kilo to Shelter because Kuhai, Nehorekis, was so Gelko Primary, is a great one. He's behind bars. And if we could have listened to the wisdom of our adults. My dad used to fight with me in 2010 when I was working in Cape Town, saying to me, Papa, every month at least, remember 5,000, or like a home one. Negreka di Cavel. Negreka di Cavel. Negreka di Levi's. Negreka di Uzi. Where could have been now? Sometimes you must listen to your parents, especially to the people that have got experience. You know, when I've got a lot of friends that are divorcees, my one got divorced, and I listen to them. I've got a lot of friends that Bali married, Bali happy. Because why? When you are in Cape Town and you want to drive to Bloemfontein, Ukenya direction in navigating or Bloemfontein is going to take you to Bloemfontein, and you're going to go Katsela AM Bloemfontein. That the navigator and the navigating system have checked that the road is fine. Now you cannot put direction that says Bloemfontein and then you head to George. It's the wrong direction. We follow people that are wrong. We follow people that do not want and that do not have anything to do with our destinies. We want to follow people that are going to that are going to negatively affect us. Stress. Hi, sister. How are you? While we're waiting for sister, there are people that I avoid their calls sometimes, intentionally so, but also into it because I know Otto, when she calls, she'll be like, Koki, how far are you with? You know that, Koki, how far are you with? And I have to give feedback because she holds me accountable. But Uncle B, I avoid him maybe there because she holds me accountable. But now we don't hold each other accountable. I avoid her because it's like, have you done this? We like to the last time. And I'm like, Ish. But now we don't have friends that keep us accountable. They worship us. Sister, how are you?
Fine, and you? My network is horrible. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Huh?
We can hear you.
So let me tell you. let me tell you something about this peer pressure issue, right? When I was growing up, I was the girl that parents were warning their kids about, right? Because I think we didn't live up to middle class standards. And the school, transport and all these things, right? I remember when this one time, Kisna child school. So I didn't have the latest homework. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
So, Bekikupa, this girl, we play netball together in the same team. I missed yesterday's because I didn't have transport money. My parents did not have transport money. Can I just copy what you guys were doing? And she blatantly says to me, her father said she mustn't borrow books because but balu come on. That was the first time and I was so shocked because it wasn't a private school, but it was a multiracial school, right? Now guess where all those people are? They have kids, some don't have degrees, they are working for minimum wage. So remember this, guys. Mudimu o re rataka.
Is it me alone or Kata everywhere? I can't hear. Can you hear?
Network.
Network. I'll come back. It's fine. I'll come back.
Yeah. Yes. How are you?
Hello, it's okay.
Chapo jwang mfethu?
Okay, sure. I know. Nithi temsileni le PAbi hle bathong. Ha ke no isenya lo isenya. I have been preaching about this, and most ladies they would say, "Na amini hey wara 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 wara." But you have to go out there and fend for yourself. Nobody's going to fend for you, and you cannot be cushioned. Mo lefatsheng le re phelang mo lona, you can never be cushioned forever and ever. Amen. That's highly impossible. O tshwanetse o be le maikarabelo. You know, have a purpose in life, where you are going, have direction. That's all. Maikarabelo. Then you'll have the life that you want to live. Now, I'm sorry, I refuse to buy alcohol. E leng hore I'd end up spending about 2,000, 3,000. In the name of what? I'm having fun. If it's going to break my balance, my bank balance, then I have a problem.
You're going to look
Then
cool.
I have no. No, even in my youth days, nah, I was that Ntswaki olo o eleng hore nna I would spend, yes, where it's needed, not just because. The only thing that was my weakness, it was diabar. But I learned out of those situations and I picked myself up. So we don't have to think for today and say, what if today it's your last day? Yes, bophelo bo re bo phelang ebile hona tje, you don't know horrible thing, but just don't live recklessly as well with money. Let your money work for you. Let your money push you. And let's stop desiring maphelo a batho ba bang. Now, I always say, when you going to compare yourself with other people, you are actually insulting yourself that I'm not good enough. We all have seasons in our lives. It's going to be rainy, it's going to be gloomy, it's going to be cold, it's going to be like, that's our seasons. If we can master that one, that we all have seasons, as long as you still stick to your plan, it will come through. It will work for you. Yao please abakgotsi that I can buy a bag, yeah, 50,000. Nam sorry, ke a rata LV, but I can't afford it. I can't. I love it and I will never buy fake. But one day ngizobopha. I'll be able to say, I've got extra 50,000 Rand or 60,000 Rand that I can go and buy myself a handbag that I want. But I don't know if I would waste so much money on that bag. I've got other brands that I can buy, but that is not for me. It's good on other people. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's good on other people. And our spending habits are not the same. I do have an expensive taste, but I'm responsible. If I can't afford it, I can't afford it. If I'm going to buy a shoe that's going to cost me hore in my savings account, it'll be under a certain amount that I don't approve of, then I have a problem. Then I have a problem. Saving from as little as 50 bucks, that's where I started when I started working. And it grew until I got the hang of it. It's not easy until I got the hang of it. So rona re batla ho phelela ho pleasa batho, dichomi, and people must just see you as this cool person. Koki, you saw the car that I drive. I've been driving that car for 12 years. I want to change that car. But where I am right now, the car that I want, I am not ready to drive it. Ha ke so bile 16,000 yeah, installment. I've got other bigger things that I'm doing, which I've sent to you privately and said, this is my project that I'm busy with. Ke tla e change koloi, but for now, I can't afford it. And I'm content. My car takes me everywhere where I want to go. It's still serviced. Ha ke na pressure. Now my friends, they drive big machines. It's okay. And how na o kenyetsang o- it's about affordability as well. For me right now, I'd be honest to you. I want to buy a car, but okay, my question is, I can buy that car, but ke tlo phela bophelo bo jwang? I don't want to, I ke batla ho fihla ke le mo khoneng whereby ha ke kgone le ho etsa eng. Ha mogolo o fetsa ho kena, o etsa ntho tse o tshwantseng o di etse kaofela, and then I cannot breathe. I can't live like that. It's too much. I can't. So, na to my fellow sisters and brothers, go back to the drawing board. Cut where you need to cut. Going out every weekend, like, it's money. It's money. At the end of the day, let's say every weekend you spend about 1,000 Rand. In a month, you're spending 4,000 on entertainment. I'm not saying don't have fun. Have fun, but responsibly. Now I drink alcohol, but it's not every weekend. And it's a personal choice. Not that chelete hae or ing. I always have wine muntu. But for me, drinking now and again, no, it's not for me. And it's a personal choice. And I do not judge people that drink. There are people who drink alcohol and who are still responsible. So if o tlo batla ho nwa jwala, you want to buy the Verve Reach and you want to play this cool person, you want to buy your Moe, you want to buy all these expensive alcohol. The following day, you are back to square one, you are stressing. You've wasted money. In the name of what? Me having fun? No ways. Me, I would rather that money ingai spend on you. I'd rather go on holiday kayon than to put it out there on alcohol. I can never spend 2 grand for alcohol. I'm sorry. I can't. Yes, the taste is expensive, but there is no way. There is no way. So let's go back to the drawing board, guys. Bo ndoda must what? Stop paying, guys. Stop it. Our brothers are trying. But you guys want to put pressure. Ke batla eng. Monna tshwantse a, wena as mosadi, It's my question, and I will ask that question until someone ankarare kayo. What is it that you are bringing to the table? What am I? No, you can't. You cannot live on other people, and then when I tell you how you don't want to spend it, you can't live like that. Then you're living a lie. If that person lahlukana or motho wa hlokahala, how are you going to survive? Are you going to look for another person that's going to sponsor your lifestyle?
But you know the sad part about that is that there are people who live like that.
There are a lot of them.
Beautiful women
A lot of them.
who move from
A lot
one
of
guy to another. They will give you good looks. They will give you good cloth. They will entertain you when you drive, when you travel with them. They will be so spontaneous that you want to keep them. And you know what they do? Like they would, those people are blind. They would make you even forget to Rababirek. During the day, when you are stressed, picture but they are there. Those people, they live like that. They keep on entertaining guys. That's what they do.
I best how. But chelete eo e we tholang. Hlalefa o e berekise wisely.
Aye.
Save
Bye.
for rainy days.
Bye.
So our problems, I think our problems they differ, Shem. Re tshwere mathata are different. But anyway, thank you. Let me give Busi a chance.
Hi, Stress. How are you?
Hi, everyone. I trust you all are good this evening. Thanks for having me again, Cookie.
Hello, Busi. How are you doing, Busi?
Ah, come
You good?
on, don't do that. Yo, Koketsu, like your topics, like I was saying, like during the day, like they always on 100. It's very rare when you go on TikTok to get such topics. And it's so sad because all they talk about go to lives. It's all about cloth. It's all about alcohol. It's just vanity upon vanity. You know, the guy who was here earlier on, he mentioned something. You know, I was shocked when I was in Beijing. Like Chinese guys, those people, they work. The only rest they get in a year, it's that 2 weeks Chinese New Year in February. They open their shops at 6 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock or even 12 midnight. They are always working. Their kids, when they come from school, they start school again. And then you ask yourself, why is it that they are so successful? It's because their kids are trained at that age. So our problem as people of color, we have this entitlement thing, especially as South Africans. Like we get things easy, to be honest. Like, you know that if I'm to have kids out of wedlock, yes, there are people who need.
Or 50. Give guy maintenance.
I don't even know. But now the thing is,
Busi, send me your kids' birth certificate and I'll take mine. And then go back.
No, but it's so sad because if you see the apartheid era, I mean, our aunties used to work for their money and our uncles. But then with us, people are comfortable with getting the 350. People are comfortable with having kids, knowing very well that, it doesn't matter, the government will give me money. But at the end of the day, those kids, they grew up not having proper resources. Not all of them, please, not all of them, but most of them. And then they end up back in like, mom can't provide for me. I can't get the things that I want. So it's such a sad reality. And another thing, as people of color, people are not content with themselves. People are just not content with themselves. That is why you find young people now, they don't even reach 40. Because they're trying to have what so and so has. So people don't understand, in this world, guys, time and chance is given to everybody. Just stay there, be patient, push, pray, and trust in God. Time and chance is given to everyone. And another thing, blessings of God have no sorrow. Like you mentioned in Koke, so that there are ladies who are comfortable. They know that I've got a minister of transport, minister of finance, minister of this and that. At the end of the day, there's no peace. It's vanity upon vanity. I don't think there's anyone who's normal who'll be comfortable from hopping from one guy's bed to another. Let's be honest.
And you know what the sad part about that? The sad part about that is that most of the ladies that do that, one, there's no sustenance. Show me a 50-year-old slave queen or 55-year-old slave queen.
You know what's their retirement? I don't know if you're familiar with Joburg. So I used to own an establishment in Maboneng for 5 years, just under the bridge by Ann Street. That's where they sit on a crate and they open their legs without panties. So as cars like my, if you know my yes, just there. So that's their retirement. And what's sad is that now some of them, they have kids. These kids, I always say, we were talking with other ladies during the day. Exactly, it's a vicious cycle, because now they see mommy doing this, and auntie was taking care of us. Auntie was wearing expensive weave. A frontal thingy. Auntie was having an iPhone. Auntie was buying it from Soren. So they think that's the way to go, and that's not the way. Like, there's a way that looks good to a man, but the end of it, it's death. It leads to death. That is why you find beautiful girls on TikTok. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Some of these girls, they even sleep with wrong people. Let's say it. Some of these guys, you want a rich guy, you don't know how he got rich, first of all. You don't know what he's using. Like, I remember I had an event at my joint. It was 2019, just before COVID, and it was the guy who was hosting. The name of the event was Afternoon in Lagos. We had Nigerians coming in numbers, like we had a lot of Nigerians who came through, and then now this guy comes. It's like 6 of them. When they get there, they order 10 bottles of Hennessy's. They want XO. They want 10 Moe. They want 10 Vev Rich. Like that, from that table, like I just knew that, like, I'm sorted. And then the next thing, this guy, after 5 minutes, he gets up, like, no, the service is too slow, I'm leaving. The guy leaves. And then when we had our catch-up early hours, and then one of the waitresses, she was not there. I asked where is she? They said she left. And then one of them commented, oh, I hope she left with men who have money. And then I had 2 girls that I had hired from Sentin. Those girls are like, I hope they didn't live with those guys. Because that guy, when it comes to the club in Sentin, he would buy aces of spade. He would just point 20 girls, gives them a bottle of ace of spade. And then after that, there's a car, Uber vans outside. They collect these girls to his house. Trust me, he doesn't leave with, he stays at the club until 5 a.m. When he gets to his house, he starts getting rid of these girls like dogs. He chases them away like dogs and gives them 20K each. So logic, first of all, I don't know this guy. Gives me a bottle that is worth like 15K. And then I go sleep at his crib. I don't even know this guy. I wake up in the morning and then he chases me like a dog and still gives me 20K. So what is that this guy gained?
He's feeding.
Exactly. What is he feeding? Exactly. So what I'm saying is, if you see our people, our girls, they're always saying, I'm not going to date a broke guy. But if you're going to get a guy that you don't even know how he acquired that wealth, that is why people they were adverts. They slept with wrong guys. They can't get jobs. Because we are paper chasing. We want the latest iPhone. You want the latest weave. You want the latest sneaker. But at the end of the day, it costs your life. And with us people of color, it's all about drinking. It's all about cloth. It's all about fashion. It's all vanity upon vanity. I've got girls, you know very well. I train my girls. My girls, they have their own iPhones. I make sure that I provide for my kids. I don't want my kid to go and open their legs just because of an iPhone. They are so disciplined. They know that they need to save up. They've got they have allowance. They need to save up every month. It's school holidays now. My first daughter, she's got a schedule of from the time she wakes up when she has breakfast, and then she's got a timetable to study. So you train them when they're still young. You train them when they're still young. So, but life is not about, hey, South Africans. You see, even Nigerians, we can say Nigerians, they came and did whatever. But at the end of the day, those guys, they know what they want. And one thing that our sisters need to know, when they left their countries, they didn't leave here to meet you. They didn't leave their countries to meet you. They came here to make money, bottom line.
And can I disturb you there? Can I
Go
distract you?
ahead.
I always say to people, most of these guys, they came here to make money. They don't care how they make money, through what,
Definitely.
at whose expense. They are here to make money. Whether it means they're going to leave you in drugs, they're going to leave you sick, they're going to leave you dead. They are here. The mission is to make money. And they stick to the mission.
True.
I mean, where have you seen this guy sitting and saying they are unemployed?
Never.
Where have you seen them sitting and saying, we're not working, we are unemployed, there's no work, we're going back home? Where have you seen a Somalian saying, there's too many tuck shops, I can't open? They rather sleep with the same bread that you're going to buy in the morning. Because the mission is to make money. Whether it means that they're going to sleep next to the bread, whether it means that they're going to open the shop at 11 and sell through a window and in the morning, they are here to make money. Have you ever seen those Somalians at Santin flashing what? They make money and then they wire it home. And unfortunately, they don't pay tax. It goes home. Because they understand the mission. But now we leave our homes, we go to Gauteng, different Gautengs. There's Gauteng in Cape Town, Gauteng in Durban. Different goalies that we go to. Here, we forget why we are here. We even, Pussy, the sad part, I used to work in the mine. I used to see old-timers waking up every day, go to the mine. There will be boys my age that will be swearing at those timers because they have to work. But in the back of my mind, I would always have a picture of girls in Pretoria. That this timer might be working so hard because he sent a girl child or a boy child to Pretoria to go and study. And when they get to Pretoria or Joburg, they forget the main reason why they are there. They will end up dropping back and going back and be more burden to the parents, because whenever we get to a place, we forget why we are there.
True. And it's so sad, I was so shocked. So, NSFAS pays these kids, I think, is it Feb or early March. They came, obviously there's money for a stipend, there's money for thingy as well, textbooks. Do you know those kids, they were like, Sister Swaipa, imali NSFAS ingenile. They drank that money. Like, what kind of generation is this? Like, as South Africans, you're like, okay, fine. They took you to school because your parents can't afford paying your fees at varsity. So now you got this through NSFAS, and it's not everyone who qualifies. There are those who truly need it, but they don't qualify. And those who qualify, they spend the money on alcohol. For an example, when I started this thing of farming, this guy says to me, so I went and inquired. This guy is like, hi, Sisbus, Amatswele, to get a check, it was like 30 rands. Getting a check, and then like you can start your poetry business, tap 6-pack ya savannah. Guys, let's be honest. I mean, a piglet is 350, and a piglet will give you up to minimum, I think it's 12 to 14 piglets when it gives birth. But do our people think like that? With that 350, how much are they spending at the club? But yet our people are saying we are unemployed. Agunam savings. But the little that they have, even the 350, if you have the 350, you can start your poetry business. Because a check is like 30 rands. But they whatever that they get, they it's hand to mouth. They go and drink it. They don't even buy bread. They don't even. Let's be honest. Yanwiwa. So people of color, can we just wake up?
People of what? Of color. The blind.
But honestly, ke rona re na leng bothata. Can we just wake up? Because it's not like they'll say, how do I start a business? I don't have money. I'm giving you the plug right now. It's like 350. What is this gin that they like? How much is the bottle?
Tangeray.
Tanqueray, yes.
Yes.
If you go
289.
to, it's 1,300 Tanqueray if you go to Maboneng or Sentin, because I used to sell.
Yeah,
So
but
with that money, you can get piglets, and then you can start your farming business. Yeah, I think I've. It's sad. Our story is so sad.
and you know now the sad part is that Runaboko kids who don't want to do anything with our lives. When Busis and them come back home, be saying by our speed. Our brothers and sisters end up becoming a problem to other people that other people cannot enjoy their money. When somebody who has made it and come home with a new car or something, and they want to drink expensive alcohol, now they must think about the people around them. Now somebody must degrade themselves because there's people around them. Now, when I want to go on holiday, when I want to say, guys, I'm going to Mykonos next year, I'm going to Amsterdam, I must think that, hey, Kana Busi is around and a Busi would want us to go to Durban. Durban. Now I want to go and attend Formula One. Formula One in Italy. And because I'm dating Busi, Busi would say, baby, why don't we do Durban July or Makufi? Because she's going to be a liability.
Power of association.
And I can say to her, Busi, it's fine, baby. I'm going to watch Formula One in Italy. I'll come and see you. I'm going. I'm going to Rome. I'm going to watch Formula One. I'm going to tour. And then when I come back, I'll come and see you. But now, because when I'm in Cinda, I must now downgrade. I must go to Cape Town. I must take you on a holiday to Cape Town. And go to see Robben Island. But it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but thank you so much for having such topics. Yeah. But another thing that I want to talk about as well, you must power of association. That is why, Gere, you can't be around chickens if you believe you're an eagle. Because trust me, they are gonna suck you. You won't be able to fly. You know you're an eagle, you can't hang around chickens. What am I saying in that? What am I trying to say? You know, for an example, when Nakoke is obatla hoya ko Rome, you want like what's about busi ufella ko makuf liko 7 July.
That's why I don't date them.
What we were saying yesterday, go for your type.
Now I don't make a mistake. Now I don't make a mistake. And people say you're speed. If I meet you and you are beautiful, and then we start talking NQF, and you don't have a minimum of a degree or a diploma, it ends there. No, I don't compromise. And unfortunately, I've said this several times, and people feel you're speed. I don't do that, pussy. It's escalating.
No, it's good that you're doing that, because nowadays these girls who don't even have a driver's license, like, I'm not gonna date a guy who doesn't have a car. They have standards. They like, I don't want a guy who doesn't have a car. My girl, you don't even have a Elena's, forget driver's license. So it's good that you have put your standards as well, because I believe that most men, they just go for the beauty and the curvaceous body and the big nyash. But at the end of the day, will you be able to build with such? Because those are the girls who are going to tell you, hey, indota must. Yet they have nothing to offer apart from their thingy. I don't want to mention the name.
Not me. Not in my name. No, Nav, they know. Nav, I've gotten to a point in life where I'm honest. Even if we can meet somewhere.
And do you know what's the problem, Koket? So the reason why men are suffering today, it's because of men. I believe that there are men who grew up with low self-esteem. And those men, as soon as they made it, they were like, I have money now. The girls that I couldn't get when I was broke, this is time for me to go for them. So they buy love. So now these girls, because they are used to these guys who have low self-esteem, which money speaks for them. When they meet a koketsu, they're like, oh, you're a different breed. When they come with their demands, you're like, oh, where's the grade 12 certificate? Before we even go far.
I've got a guy who loves coming to my lives. Dr. Tabang Diobe, Dr. Diobe. He was here. He loves coming. He might champion. He'll tell you. He introduced me to a ladies at some point. I don't want to mention when. Maybe the ladies here. The first question I asked him was like, Tabang, who can you school no? No, okay. I love him. I love her. Hey, you know when you when I'm you don't understand. I mean, I'm a medical doctor. I can work. Hey, it didn't even last 4 months. Like, hey, the language. I was like, hey, Papa, how can I school? And I'm a dampa.
Wow.
After I'm dampa, what I'm Afita ole. Again in school. Yeah, this one is a radiograph. Yeah, now we are talking. But now she must also pull up her socks. Because it's not going to end there. She must see where now you going, which direction. Because I'm honest like that. I asked her, who can you school? Why bereka? Because I've seen. Now my mom and my dad met Basa Berek, Basa in school. My dad helped and take my mom to school. When my mom came back, Papa na bereka ko mining. Papa helped my mom. Mama helped Papa. Papa ay school ngan sa bereka mining. That's how they do it. That's how they did it. And I always say this to people. I'm from a family where my grandmother taught us two things: school and church. Yeah. And my grandmother, everyone, all of us, Banaba High, all of Banaba, my grandmother, he graduate. All of the siblings, the Banaba High, the grandkids High, he graduate because that's what she wanted. Now you're not going to introduce me to something that I don't know. I do not know that.
Don't compromise.
I can't.
Because now the thing is, and leo thola motho jwalo, sorry to interrupt you. Utla thola motho jwalo ube le ngwana wa tanda head.
Apala kudlala di cousins tsaka.
Exactly.
My mom makes a joke. You know, on a lighter note, my mom go kids. Like Scarletella grefi. Kire grefi ki mama. Are grefi ki so kwala mo sona go skolo ngaro kra ile blank. Ngwana arna ke bathong go ketso bathong. Kana ke mistress. O kra ke ruta ngwana go mam aba kwala wow. Kire ka ya are mam wow. Tsaka di kanami. And unfortunately, yes, we understand that there are people that did not get an opportunity to go to school, but do something with your life.
It's true.
Let's do something with our lives, guys. And do not compromise, guys. If I can date Pussy, and tomorrow Pussy feels like be honest and say, I can't do this.
True.
This is not for me. And then move on.
Especially when you know where you want to go. When living, it's very high. You know, I mean, school fees alone, ki salary amount per month. So if you know what you want and you know what you want for your kids, work hard and get somebody who works as equally as hard, and then you pull together. I'm done.
Friends, how are you?
Hey, Dumelang, le guy.
Hey, Lepenzo.
Okay, hey, you're playing good music this morning, man.
Yeah, Neki fila hore karanga game.
Hey man, you know, and you made me to even play gospel on my way to work.
Yeah, no, I like playing gospel in the morning. It keeps me in a good mood.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, I get close to before phone ka man.
Yes,
na ke tlo bua as motswadi, as motho mogolo. So ke tlo mana, wa bona.
Yeah, Romanya Lefenzo.
But to spoiled the brag and pussy. People are spoiled, and now I won't lie to you. I'm tired of talking about the same thing over and over again. Because I can tell you, Hore, whatever that we're talking about now, I've been preaching to a lot of people close to me, but and people don't want to take responsibility. And I've realized but also because their needs are met. So really. That's why Bali relaxed. Wabona, in a situation like this, if you like, we need to stop talking now and start acting. Tough love able to and tough love doesn't necessarily mean you don't care about people around you or how barat. Especially ka bana ba di NSFAS le bana ba ba khona go graba di 10,000 thousands and thousands. But do you know within 2 weeks and then the following month ba phonela mama ba re a kena bedding mama a kena pizza ya go apeya ko sekolo but ba boxitse a whole 10K. Ba bang ba khona hore ba kry peace job e ba patele shapo ha ba fetsa ba lo ena tšhelete eo kaofela and then Monday be ba re mama ke kopa o nthuse with a license. Do you see where I'm getting with this? I would go get
No, I get you. We
so
screwed.
but Barona mostly ba spoiled, and then the government also continues to spoil our people. That's on the 350s. Why it's our government eka etsa mesebetsi e mengata ka di 350s if ya combine ya direla batho mebereko.
Yes.
And a lot of people are going to say, well, I'm speaking from a point of privilege, but and what I've been through to be where I am today, and the chances of me being here today were probably 10 to 100. I had to work. I did a 3-year diploma again to 7 years because I had to work and study at the same time. But because I knew my needs were not satisfied, that kept me going. Nothing will keep you on your toes like if your needs are not satisfied. People's needs are satisfied. But to go high baja, ba pay, banali di Wi-Fi. I can even tell you there are people on this life but behave exactly the same way they complain and go on. And also, keep Thursday, some of them got Friday, but lo phone re tshemisa bona ba re nka di metšhelete ke batle lo nwa jwala kae. Not taking responsibility or accountability. And then rona tlabe re ba kadima tšhelete gore ba tsamaye ba lo nwa bjala. That's why it's time we stop talking and re put the action. We should action. Let's action tough love. If Batoba they won't get what we're saying, let's find another way to teach them how to live or how to better themselves. Because and the people think when you say better yourself, we say go and become a CEO. We're not gonna all be CEOs.
There's one CEO, mostly two in any of
exactly. We're not all gonna be business owners. No. But the best thing that you can do for Bophelo Bahao is become independent. That's the best thing that you can do, Bophelo. But ke a leboga ne kere ke tlo mana bikinyana but ke o mantse ke shapo beano ke a leboga.
Thanks, Lefenzo. Thanks, bro. Hi, Lindom Stevie.
Hi, Gunjan.
Sis.
I'm okay, man. I'm just listening to you guys. So, like, Ngeniswe Lufenzo, when he said, people are spoiled, ne?
Lindo, where are you from? If you don't mind introducing yourself.
Soweto.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, bo. So, like, the situation, Akulumangayo is the situation that we are currently facing. Giti, ne? Like, we have my uncle, Wango 77, yeah? And Minangi 96, ne? Ungizwe kahle. the uncle uzibiza cheese boy.
Boy.
Cheese boy, yes.
Boy.
Yes.
77, boy.
Ganjani, bra.
Ungizwa kahle. Simply because kuno sis wakhe, which is my mother, kuno mshana wakhe, which is me, who does everything endlini. You understand? In a sense that we would ask my grandmother ukuthi how mawe. Sekumele size sibhadale nomuntu ozoyenza ingadi. Umaluma khona alele kamereni and she'll be like, akekho umuntu ocelile mangaba ukhoniyekela. Like she does anything, anytime for mtanakhe. And the question is, because the mother, she's already 79 years old, and uyagula currently. Maga shona, lo mtanakhe uyosala umthwalo kabani?
Kukithi la uzosho kanjani?
Get me? Yes, kukubo, but ubani lo ekuzomele abuye emsebenzini ne amthengele ukudla, aphinda amphekele, aphinda amphakele, aphinda amgezele izitsha ezikwenzeka manje.
But the thing is that as much as parents want to provide for their kids or be there for their kids, sometimes they create a problem for other people. I always say that we create problems for other people. Now, if anything should happen to the mother, it means that you guys must leave.
Kahle kahle. And the ikaya must hamba lisala kanjani because my mother, she's the only girl. Like ikusele yena nomunye umaluma uhlala kwakhe yena nalo kuphela. Uye onakekela yonke into yasendlini because my grandmother can't do that anymore and she's the only woman okhona.
The thing is that, you know, as white people, they leave home at an early age. What you were speaking about yesterday, and they avoid this thing. They avoid, because now Umamako would want to say kaya, but it's draining her emotionally.
She always says.
Draining her emotional. It's going to even drain her financial. And such things you say, thank you God, I've got my own place. Bye-bye. Ekaya, bye-bye. I'll see you when I can come see you.
Yeah.
And then you carry on with your life. Because, I mean, what's the use of going home when you're going to fight with your... And then you must provide that...
Yeah. So that's the situation we are facing. And then regarding Nalento Leo, Lufenzo was mentioning Yama 350 again. Like, njengoba ngitshela ukuthi ngihlale Soweto, ngihlale kasi ne. I wish government can see kwenzakalani abantu ababhema ama-drugs like abonyawo pe abantu be-crystal mabawatholile lama 350 abheke ukuthi estradini ebusuku kuba kusemini kanjani because wonke umuntu ngalelo langa unemali yokubhema. There's about 7 if not 10 abantu engikhule nabo ne ebeba right who have started smoking and ekuqaleni bebabhayiziseka because bekungekho lula right ukuthi babe nemali yokubhema but manje sebayakhona nokuyiboleka because they know ukuthi bazokhona ukuyibhadala month end ngama 350. You understand? Abantu bayahlanya ikasi bahlanyiswa ama-drugs and mabaqeda ukuhlanya ikasi bahlanyiswa yilama drugs bazoye ibhedlela makafika esibhedlela udoctor umnika iletha yokuthi uyahlanya mela ahamba yobhalisa igrant yamahlanya. So do you understand ukuthi le mali iphinde iya edeka because bekahola 350 wazibhemela kamnandi wayihlanyisa sekayohola 2000 manje ubhema wenzani ke nge-2000 uba wesi
Bhema kuze kuze akumnandi ukhuluma isiZulu kule live kuhlezi kuthiwa nyera nyenya.
So yeah, you want to go to kanjani yena la khona one thing for sure uyazitshela ukuthi wenza into right and he did justice ngokupha ama 350 abantu abangasebenzi but nje ngiyafisa ukuthi ngathi angabona ukuthi lama 350 ayenzani khona ungasebenzi uhola le 350 ne uyahamba uye Shoprite makathenge Shoprite ukudla mele kube khona i-change 100 rand mele kube khona i-change 150 yokuthenga nje i5 liter ye wine. understand? Sebanemali yokuphuza labantu 2 weeks namhlanje ithengwa yilo kusasa ithengwa yilo angithi bahola balandelana ngama-ID number. I just wish guy one abantu
Balandelana ngani?
bangakasi lami bazobona izinto
Balandelana ngani?
ngama-ID number ngithi mabahola ley'mali zabo. Namhlanje kuyaziwa ukuthi okay this week abobani bani bazobe banemali namhlanje lo uthenga iwine kusasilo every day bane-spark park bane-5 liter iwine balala badakiwe every day labantu ngayiphi
Hayi
imali
Thandazo.
Ekumnandi musa. Balala badakiwe, balala kamnandi.
exactly abazicabangi nokuzicabanga njengathi yazi ukuthi thina sihlala kanzima kanjani
Yeah,
aba
right.
inkinga zakho ucabanga ini hayi bona
Naughty musa.
vela vala amehlo khona kusasa makavuka bayazi ukuthi bayochweba bani
But
kude
but you know, I think we must talk about drugs one day. We must talk about drugs and alcohol. You know, most of the people that I'm talking about the 190 that's here. We must talk about addictions. The 190 that's here. We've got a problem.
true
We've got a problem of alcohol and drugs. I'm so amazed that today no one has came here that I'm going to ask if they love wine. Because they come here when they want wine. I always ask them, do you love wine? And we don't talk about alcohol. I'm going back to the initial topic. We don't talk about alcohol.
yeah
We don't talk about him. There are professional people that earn a lot of money. They are drunk now. Every day they go to bed drunk because they are running away from a certain topic or a certain problem in their lives. They go to bed drunk. And I'm not judging them. I'm not saying they are wrong or they are right, but because they are running away from something. And there are those that will tell you, you know, the kids will tell you that we know that every night Mama would bring PAbi, so would bring Paul, would bring Lefenzo, would bring Joe Mukuru. Mama brings someone. We know that every night Mama brings someone because Mama is always drunk. And yes, Mama is taking the kids to Kuro. The kids are going to Kuro. The kids are going to Saint what. But there's no stability with those kids. And the woman is always drunk. But it's a problem for another day.
Hi everyone. I think that you've started with the subject. We can dig into it. You know, there's too many functional alcoholics. We have made alcohol abuse a norm. You know, alcohol abuse has become a norm. We even make jokes and memes about it. It has become an acceptance. It's basically, being an alcoholic has become a member of the family. You know, within our struggles, and we have all these excuses. We can't afford therapists. We can't do that. We can't do that. That's why we resort to alcohol. But we still have people that we can sit down and talk to. The same people that helped us to get out of the depression. The same people that helped us to get a new job. The same people that spoke life into us. Why can't we have that with alcohol? People are taking alcohol like it's a light thing. I lost my grandma due to 3 different cancers, which was liver cancer, throat cancer, and lung cancer. And she was drinking every day. She was smoking every day. I'm not saying I don't do it, but iyandlula mina inyanga ngavithintanga utshwala. And if you ask anyone around you when last was I drunk, they'll tell you a couple of years ago. Because I know the dangers of it. I've seen the dangers of it. I've seen what it does to families. I grew up in a violent house. And when you talk to people about these, but we still see people today being abused under alcohol, you know, emotionally, mentally, verbally, even though it never gets physical. We don't talk about the alcohol, guys, especially in South Africa. We do not talk. We make fun of it. Everyone saw the minister of electricity dancing the past weekend, and it became a joke. It was just a meme. He failed the country. He was just drinking and having fun, and it became a norm. We don't talk about the dangers of alcohol, and it is one of the reasons in South Africa cause unemployment rate be high.
Even
I
JP.
know a couple. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I know a couple of colleagues that were fired at a certain bank I used to work at because my figure they
Hey, the number is going down. People are buy porn lava. Siaphuza thing.
And it's Mara, it's
I'm
late,
looking at it. I'm like,
guys.
it's 189. Siaphuza thing.
Hey,
Siaphuza
bruh,
thing. Let's go
And
porn.
it's
you
okay, you
So
phuza.
it's fine. It's
But
fine. I'm just making people
funda,
aware
ukuthi phuza ufike kuphi, ungajumpi kuphi. You understand?
Iqiniso libuhlungu, guys. That is
I
like
think into ebalulekile ukuphuza, guys. We are not against that because
thank
not
you
we
for
do
the
it
gift.
once after a while. You understand? And now that Black has mentioned this thing yokuphuza ne, mina my grandmother, she was also an alcoholic name. Like she would come back etshwaleni ngo 2 a.m. and start cooking okwakho ukudla. And then maybe bayambuza ukuthi how mawe because bekuphekiwe why wena upheka ukudla kwakho athi mina ngidla ukudla okuphekwe ngo 4 ngo 2 uningangihlanyeli. And then uzopheki amaphisa ayi3 wenyama makabuza ukuthi why amaphisa angaka athi mos ngiyayithenga. And it's not like she's the only one oyithengayo, but uzokutshela ukuthi ngiyayithenga. And continue complaining uzokutshela ukuthi ngathi uzongiphumela kwami.
Can I request for the remaining 15-20 minutes? Can people
okay.
maybe come and share their stories of living with alcoholics? Or
And
people
then
it
once happened.
Maybe it will ring a bell on somebody else.
That umamamke, okay, as I mentioned ekuqaleni ukuthi uyintombazane kuphela. You understand? Uzalwe nabafana. So uzobuya emsebenzini ubuya let's say ngo 6 and Nama was still at primary school by then being sasomntwana. Sila sometimes uzongithola ngisestradini ngaleso sikhathi or ngisendlini ngihlele ebumnyameni kuyabanda akuphekwanga ne, in a sense that ugcine aba ne depression. Walala esibhedlela because of things that were done by my grandmother. And then Magasa esibhedlela, obviously you know the psychologist, and then wa attend again therapy. So when she was attending therapy, you know ne, this psychologist yakhe yambuza ukuthi njengoba wena ula esibhedlela uadmithiwe because of umamakho, like where do you think umamakho like ucabanga ukuthi umamakho ukuphi manje? And then she said probably usetshwaleni. Wathi umntanakho wathi mhlawumbe usela i1 endlini ebumnyameni. And then uyambuza ukuthi wena ukuphi wathi mina ngila isibhedlela. What, so do you understand right now ukuthi wena ula isibhedlela because of umamakho usetshwaleni uhappy wenza into ayithandayo wenza into emjabulisayo, and umntanakho she's only 11 years old la khona uyi1 akana mamakhe. So right now ukhethani, ukhetha wena nomntanakho or ukhetha umamakho?
You know, guys, like I've seen people around me who went from drinking wine as casual to drinking beer every day to drinking whiskey every day to the point where they ended up taking other substances like cocaine, and they become functional alcoholics. They become functional addicts. You know, Mambo now, like, well, and these people do your normal jobs, your normal daily jobs, like your IT technicians, your teachers, your nurse, like normal daily jobs, You know, I'm at the age where when people like the youngins, when they see me, like Uncle man, and when I don't see myself as that. I still see myself as a 20-something year old. And when I see these 20-something to 30-year-olds, I'm like, my peers, what is wrong with them? Like, why are they becoming functional addicts?
But
What
it's because,
is it that...
so to step you, it's because I don't want to say social media, but everywhere you go, let me give you guys a task to do this weekend. If you have Facebook, go to Facebook on Friday and Saturday. Not even this weekend. This weekend is nothing. Next weekend, we get Tenkulu.
Weekend.
Let's wait for you. We get Tenkulu.
You're talking about the future. The past weekend, there was somewhere where they were selling beer for R1 in Val.
Yeah, but check check if we can then good. But she's quiet because she's into business. She's into alcohol business. Now we're tapping into her pocket.
I'm no longer there. I was not glorifying God there. I left last year, January.
But check next weekend, ne? Check how many people are going to spend. Next weekend, people are paid, and check how many people are going to be spending time with their kids and family, and going on family vacations and all that. Check how many people are going to be drinking. You'd think that those that went to on that spend time with families, they were wrong. We end up, some of us will end up, hey mara, maybe kya boranya, hey, why kisa mara? Because
Hey, man.
because everyone they drink. Are we
Drink
drink
with our chick. We are our kids.
with our kids? It's and now I don't have a problem with people that drink when they are with their kids, as long as the kids are fine, as long as it does not affect you. I don't have a problem, as long as you are able to know that there's always alcohol at where I stay. Even in my car, I think there's something. But
even at work, kunama social club, we have amabhayi emsebenzini every Wednesday and every Friday. Kuyaphuzwa kahle nje emsebenzini, but they still expect you to come back to work tomorrow wenza umsebenzi wakho, you know?
Oh, Lindo, where I used to work. Sorry,
no more Zulu, no more Zulu. Zulu, it's 11 o'clock, no more Zulu.
No.
11 o'clock, no more Zulu.
Okay,
No more
They used to
Zulu.
host meetings. They used to host
we'll
meetings on
speak.
Thursdays, no?
Yeah?
And the bar where I used to work, they used to
Yeah.
host meetings on Thursdays, right?
Mm.
And the bar would be open from 11 a.m. The meeting is at 3 p.m. Like people would get so drunk, would get so super drunk. And then the boss would even tell you that you can drink as much as you want. Get drunk, get so drunk that you can't do anything. But tomorrow at 8 a.m., you need to be at your desk. You need to be at the client side. You need to be doing your job. This is, siyaphila. Siyaphila ngoba naku siyaphefumula. And like you said, Kokito, when you don't drink, you look like an outsider. Like me, I think I have isolated myself from abangani mama abaningi because I don't drink like they do. Not that I have a problem. When I go see them, I do hang out with them or have one beer, and that's it. Then I'll drink water, coffee, all these other things, and they always resort to one word for me. Which, mentalist is he's a health freak, man. Niyamazi lo muntu lo uphatha ama-meal preps ebhekini, uphatha ikhaftini zakhe, does not eat that. But it's because angifuni utshwala. Ibuhlungu indaba yotshwala, guys. So sisibuzo bakho-ke.
Okay, ngiyabonga. Ngicela ukubonga nje Ukhozi FM, uGagasi FM, hlezi kusemtsweni nase what is this other Lisedi FM la. I just want to talk about alcohol story is really sad, guys. So I've got a cousin, right? Mina angphuzi. I don't drink alcohol. From my great grandmother, like my aunties, like even when there's a wedding at home, we don't even buy alcohol. But however, people are allowed to bring their own. We don't drink J at home. It's just a generational thing. I think there was just that altar that was just erected by my great grandparents. So aspuze kai. But I've got this cousin, right? She works for Transnet. Funny enough, my mom just walked in my room right now. I was on mute. She was telling me that she just received a call from my uncle regarding the same cousin. So last year, she brought her kid to me. I think that kid was like, how old was she? She was 5 months, because now she was deep into alcohol. She had to go to rehab. I took the kid in like my own kid. At 6 months, when I took her to, no, I'm lying, she was not 5 months. She was 7 months going to 8 months. Because when I took her to the clinic, they found out that she didn't even go for any those vaccinations that they have to take for the kids. So the kid was like neglected in a big way, to a point that when I took her, was it for 9 months, like her weight, she was weighing around 4.5, and that's not normal. She was not eating well. She was not taken care of well. They were not taking care of her at all. So I took her in. I took care of her. And then she went to the rehab. She's got her first daughter who's like 8 years old. And then so that daughter, my aunt, took in the daughter. How? The next thing, she brings back the kids. She took the kids after she came from rehab. She works for Transnet. Like, she gets paid very well, this girl. And then she took the kids for a weekend. And then when the kids were with her, when they got back, I asked the first one, did your mom drink? Like, yes, begaphuza ngani. Mam cool, begaphuza in black. This person just got back from the rehab. As it is now, I'm told that she has not been going to work for months now. The kids, all they eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it's pap. And the reason why she took back the kids, when I went to the clinic, the doctor was like, what is the mom doing? I told her, no, the mom's going through rehab. And I said, like, no, she must pull up her socks because this is not fair on these kids. This kid, her weight alone, it's not okay. Clearly, she was not taking care of the kid. And then the doctor was like, and if she doesn't change, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to involve social workers. When I told her this, she started running with her kids. She's like, no, I got somebody, I'm stable now. I've got somebody at home who's going to be taking care of my kids. As I speak right now, she has not been going to work for months and the kids have nothing to eat. So alcohol, guys, too much of a thing. There's nothing wrong with alcohol, but abuse of alcohol. And another thing, alcohol is not for kings, I'm sorry. For you to be superior in this life, you must just try and stay away from alcohol. I'm done.
Go.
Dumela.
And B.
Hello.
Bonjour.
Dumelang family. Why
Let's
it's
see.
di teng pa lena le kae?
Everything.
Why it's all I wanted to say, alcoholism, it's a disease. It's a disease, Bato. And alcohol, it's a disease in the sense of like, if there was one member in the family was akibu social drinkers, akibu bataba, I'm just getting drunk. I'm talking about real disease. This person cannot perform unless atole biala. In the sense of if there's nothing to eat, ya biala. Why go Cape Town, go Cape Town. Beza inenze not umqombothi barking nesgomfane the yetsa ka east liboroto. You know what I mean? They go as far as that. That's alcoholism because that person cannot function without that. It's a very cheap pulp. Pulpele is a cheap wine, but kunali ikarikim mqombothi. I just forgot it
It's
because I've been
called
from home so
Uhamba
long. It's
Nobani.
okay, pineapple.
I know it. It's called Uhamba Nobani.
Okay,
So they don't give you that
yeah.
unless you have somebody
Eastern
who's
pineapple.
gonna take care of
Yeah.
you after.
Right. Yeah, yetsoka maroto and lee pineapple. You know pineapple can make you drunk. Lee pineapple, all these old breads and stuff like that.
Where in
So
Cape Town?
how bad that is. Eh?
Where in Cape
But
Town?
honey, if you go Google it in the township, any township, the
Him.
Utlaitola.
Guys, I'm ending the live. I'm going
Yeah,
to.
But
even
I
in
forgot the
Soweto.
name because I'm
It's
gone. I've
called
been gone
Uhamba
from home so
Nobani.
long. But I wanted to. Okay, all right. She's telling you. But what I wanted to come here for, in Tobutoko, the way alcoholism is so bad, even Libana, they get born, banali biala mumiling wabona.
Yes.
Utolo Libana get born, kabiala, and those kids don't function very well. It's called alcoholic something. It's, it's such a sad situation. Now when I was growing up in my time, it was a taboo. The coffee mugs were very popular because but why can I be more in the coffee mugs? You wouldn't see a woman actually cigarette. You would not. Like now it's like nobody cares anymore. Back in the day, I'm very old anyway. So what I'm trying to say, this situation, it's not a good thing. More better kind thing. Kunali wine seller. I'm the one. I dispenser. the biala abo muchonton, Don Perignon, whatever you want, you like. The thing, Bomascato, everything eating. But it doesn't bother me. And maybe just because of I got drunk once as a youngster in my younger days, got brandy, mint brandy, and I end up at my mother's house. I never got drunk again. That was in my teens. And my mother looked at me, Simtanama umobe. You know, because you can get the makeup and you go out and get drunk and you find yourself in your mother's house. And I never drank again. You know? But what I'm saying is this is not a good side. I cry for the younger generation. I cry. And some of them end up hospital because it interferes with your kidneys. It interferes with your lungs. You know? The liver in cirrhosis. Kibiala.
You know, I'm
It's
laughing,
not a
guys.
good sign. It's not a good thing at all.
Yeah. I know I shouldn't be
That's all I
laughing,
wanted
but
to say.
Thank you, Anbi. Thank you.
I
Thank you
think
for coming.
thank you, Anbi. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
down as well, but I know, Kokets, I
I'm in
shouldn't be
Cape. I'm
laughing.
gonna look for alcohol now.
I know I shouldn't be laughing, but I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw Sabrina's
No,
comment saying that they give
and people
alcohol
should
to their
eat.
kids so that the kids can get drunk and sleep and they go to groove.
That's not nice.
It's so
That's
sad.
But
not
you know what
nice.
happens?
And
You know what happens there?
people should eat first.
You know what happens there? That one is doable. And it's a bad thing. We used to stay with this other lady when I was at varsity. Kuko varsity.
I get tabel into black society.
Now, this lady, what she used to do is that she used to ask us to take care of her son. Now, there was this guy who used to volunteer to take care of the son. So this guy would not play. When the lady leaves, this guy would give the son, wow, thanks, but this guy would give the son 2 shots, 2 thoughts. The son will be knocked out, will sleep. And the guy would continue with his life. He used to do that.
Guys, I know this is not funny, but for me, it's hilarious. What did you say?
No, this girl wanted to go out, and this girl would say to us, "Kima kan sala le ngwana, kita mo 150." And I had a friend who had stood between like and I was wondering why this guy to sala le ngwana mara. Amutloela a tso ra re ka bialo ra itsanga why ra to sala le ngwana? How is he coping? Because ngwana mo itse wala pisa, like this guy, we know that this boy, and then we give him, he say, I give you 2 this one I give him 2 shots, he'll sleep. Knock him out. Coop. And they sleep.
No, that is funny. I'm sorry. It was just knock the child out.
The problems. That's why banana the problems. That is not fun at all, guys. It's not fair. It's just not nice.
I know it's not fair. I know I shouldn't be laughing, but it's funny.
Don't you know the one, your grandpa?
I understand what you mean, but
you know the grandpa one?
Yes, to come.
Or the Panado one. Do you know the Panado one?
No.
Or alcoholic.
I heard about it. I did hear about it, but
you give
all
them
I'm
2
saying
spoons
it's
of
not
alcohol.
fair. Our generation.
2 full spoons of
We're
alcohol.
killing our generation.
Guys, some kids go through the most.
It happened to somebody and Mutu Ashwa and Mutu died. Mutu died. So this is just not fun. Bye-bye, guys. I'm just saying, let's take life seriously. Really, let's do. You know, because ababang ba rape mutu. I didn't know what I was doing. Naked. Oh, I be tunana bye-bye.
And be kwatile.
Guys, so this means this child got drunk to a point that they couldn't take it anymore. They just doze off, like blackouts. Yeah.
No, but listen, there's there are ladies here in life, or there are people that drink will tell you that there's days where they don't even remember what happened. Now, when you date one of them, you are able to do certain things of the deed of the night with them while they don't remember. In the morning when you ask them, they don't even know what happened. And
I
people,
understand those because it's by choice, but then giving it to your kid so that you can go to groove, that's for me. That's yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I know I don't mean to be mean, but it's hilarious.
hi Galavantino, you are the last one. How are you? Galvinator, how are you?
Hey, sharp le kae na?
Everything.
Phela nna khona ke tsena.
Nkgono.
Le tsogile.
Re hlotse ebile ra go
A lo
robala.
siame. Ke tla retsa bikinyana ge before ke tla go tshela ke re.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. All right. Hey, no, why? Busi wa eat. Pel wa eat. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for today. Yeah, thank you so much for today. Drinks are on you. We spoke a lot today, and we learned a topic, and I hope people have learned. I hope people are going to say today I've learned something out of the life here, cookies. I'm going to reflect. I'm going to check how I do things. I'm going to check my priorities. I'm going to sit alone. I'm going to calculate my moves. Today it was one of those. It was one of those lives that can contribute positively in changing our lives. We are a sad generation. Yes, you must buy piglets. You must do that. And yeah, anyone who wants to sum up the message of today, let it not be me. Anyone who wants to sum up the message of today. Anyone who wants to sum up the message of today. Anyone who wants to sum up the message of today? No, man, guys. But on a serious note, anyone who wants to sum up the message of today? There's no one who wants to sum up the message of today. No one. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Oh, people are already drunk. All right, cool. It's fine. I'm not going to do that because I was the one that was talking a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed. When I was at Butsilo's thing, I did something about this. Busi, what is this?
Amacheu.
Why do you say it's Amacheu?
Because I know the branding. I know how it looks like.
Wait. Let me write that down. It's something that I love doing to people. So that's my message for today. It's because what you know the branding.
Yeah, it looks like Amacheu.
You know the branding. Looks like it. Guys, why do you guys say
flavor?
Yeah?
It looks like a banana flavor as well.
Oh, looks like a banana. Looks. Guys, why do you guys say this is Macheu? Can you guys write? Why do you say this is Macheu? Why do you guys say it's Macheu? Why? Why do people say this is Macheu? Or why do we say it's Macheu? I want those answers, guys. I want those. It's written. Yes, I want those answers. Someone said it's written. What's the other one saying? It's written.
Yeah, I saw pass.
PAbi, what's up, PAbi? Come on, pen. Ingredients. And then what's the other one? Why do we say that? Why do we say that? Not kidding, but why do we say that? Why do we call it the way you call it? We had
It is what it is.
from elders. We grew up. All right, sure. Now, guys, my summing up message for today, it's quite easy and quite simple. When we look at this bottle, we see it as Maheu. And we say we see it as Maheu because we know the branding is Maheu. It looks like Maheu. It's written Maheu. The ingredient is Maheu. The elders told us it's Maheu. We grew up knowing that it's Maheu. I want us to take ourselves like a brand today, this brand. We can never ever say that it's Maheu until we open and have a taste of what comes out of this bottle to confirm that it's Maheu. Because I can put water in here. I can put whatever in here. Now, today we spoke about how to shape our lives, things that affect our lives. Now, what I'm saying is that I don't care what people look at you and see. I don't care what is written, what people have wrote about your life. I don't care about the brand that people think you are portraying. I don't care about what people think that it's the ingredients that make your life. I don't want to care about what your elders taught you at some point about your life, what you grew up knowing and believing about your life. We have spoke today, and what's important from today is what is it that you're going to put inside you when you live this life? What is it that you're going to put inside you? Because what's written on the outside might not be saying what you want to have. People might look at me and see a charmer boy, but I'm not a charmer boy.
True.
People might look at you and see a player, but you can prove them. Now, there's two points in life when somebody writes. When people write, they love using the word bad. Now, if I say, Udlala bolo bad, it means that I'm saying whatever that's positive that has been
Forget
doing,
about it.
you must forget about it.
Yeah.
Now, give people a bad about your negativity. They must say, "Utshotse ngwana bad ke ole."
True.
Wow.
Wow.
High asna anything I yetsang, but today she's doing that. They must look at your ingredients, but ingredient ya mageu, but inside hotswa ultramele. We knew, we grew up knowing but today she's making it. We grew up and being told that from that family there's no one that's going to come out but Kyole. Now that's what I'm saying today. Look at yourself and look at why do people call me Koketsu? Why do they call me Koketsu? Why do I believe Koketsu? And look at all those reasons, write them down. After you've wrote all those reasons down, then change that into what is it that I want people to know about me. May God bless you, may God keep you, and may God shine upon your lives. Busi, you can pray and you go and sleep.
Okay, can you all bow our heads as we pray? Father, in the mighty name of Jesus and the blood of Jesus, we give you praise, we give you worship, we give you honor and adoration. You are a good God, you are a faithful God, you are a loving God. Lord, we thank you for the time that we had as we fellowshipped and as we shared our ideas. We bless your name, Lord. I pray that you meet everyone on this life at their point of need. I pray that, Heavenly Father, you welcome them with rich blessings. I pray that you place, Lord God Almighty, your hand of blessing on every forehead, on everyone who's in this life. I pray, Heavenly Father, that you give everyone their heart's desires. I pray that, Father, may you withhold nothing from their prayer request. I pray that, Father, you send forth help unto everyone who's here from your holy sanctuary, because you are God of the impossibilities. You make the impossible to be possible. Lord, I give you praise. I give you worship. I thank you for the bat that you changed the story of our lives, because we understand that it's not about where we come from, but it's all about where you are taking us. As you are God, you are the author and the finisher of our faith, Lord Jesus. And we thank you, Holy Spirit, that you are with us. You are our guidance. You are our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Lord, some people have to make decisions that are they going to stay where they are, or they're going to change their lives for the better. Holy Spirit, may you encourage them. May you help them and guide them. And Lord, as we go to sleep, we thank you for your divine protection. We choose to live under your shelter, for we find rest under your shadow, Almighty God. Heavenly Father, we declare that you alone, you are our refuge, our only place of safety. Thank you that tonight you rescue us from every trap and you protect us from every deadly disease. We trample upon lions, cobras, serpents, and poisonous snakes under our feet. We thank you that this night no weapon formed against us shall prosper. We thank you for the ministry of your angels, for you have put your angels in charge of us. They guide and protect us even in our sleep. They hold us up high with their hands so that we do not strike our foot against a stone. Lord, we thank you that you are God, and with long life you have satisfied us. And Lord, we will see your goodness in the land of the living. I thank you that you are our shepherd. As we are here, Heavenly Father, we have everything that we need because you are our shepherd. Though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we fear no evil because you are with us. Your staff and your rod comfort us. Lord, we thank you that, Lord, our cup overflows. Thank you that you anoint our heads with oil, the oil that will bring sanity in our thinking, it will be positive because you anoint our head with oil. And thank you that you prepare a table for us in the presence of our enemies. Lord, I thank you for elevation. I thank you for divine favor. I thank you for divine connection, Lord God Almighty. Connections that will make our lives change for the good. We bless your name and we worship and we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Kanto mam root in faith. Hey,
Hey, without God, you are finished. How's our rappel, umathateng?
hey, booze in faith. Unongapela kuthavening yano.
As my sister is here every morning, my staff, they know. Harry fitla ne kiba jotso re, hey, how na motho sa tsebeng the Lord's Prayer. Kaofela mo, our Father. Le a re kwala 2 a.m. It's our Father who art in heaven. How na motho sa tsebeng.
Our Father ka di tip tsa rona.
Yes. You see, my sister is here. She's like, true. She knows.
Okay. No. Nice. Really buha. Mama the girls. Kiss the girls good night.
Will do.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Oh, Buffett, you guys said to me you want me to do a couples retreat. Hey, and I can't market these things, eh? I can't. And I'm doing that. I think I'm going to take only 5 couples. I'm going to take 5 couples for the retreat weekend. I'm still planning it. I think it will be around Northwest. It's there on my wall. But you know me, guys. When I do something, I don't want people to come because they feel obliged to come. I want people to come because they see value in what I'm doing. I don't want people to feel like, hey, because we're a couples retreat, we must go because we are friends, or we must go because I don't do that. I'm not like that. I'm thinking about doing a single one as well. I'm thinking about doing a retreat for the single ones. Now, what I'm looking for it's a date night, a game night. You know, when you're playing games that are going to reflect characters and all that. A Saturday morning waking up, maybe an activity or 2, and breakfast. After breakfast, maybe, sitting, engagement in form of circle. I mean, if we engage, I've got my 2 guys that are going to come, that are relationship coaches that are going to take us through games. We're going to play games that are going to build trust, and then later we maybe watch a movie that we're going to discuss, a movie about relationships that's going to make us maybe re shebe the scenes, different scenes on different movies, and then we discuss that, because those are very important in terms of igniting, and then we argue that out. We're going to sit in terms of women, guys, and what we're going to have a very we're going to have a point. I'm going to check that out since DM me that, send me that on WhatsApp. We're going to have a point where we sit and have a box and write all the problems or everything that have distracted you and have made you maybe doubt mutwaha. We put it in a box. We don't say your name, but we say whatever that has been there so that we can change. And then later we wear our formal. Later we wear like that. We sit next to our people. We eat. We give you that feeling of slow music and, you know, dancing and, you know, connecting. And then, yeah, after that, after party, then yeah, that's what I'm having. That's the idea that I'm having, that I prayed God for a very long time, and that's that's what I'm planning. That's what I'm planning, guys. So if you know people that are going to be interested, you can pass the message to them, and we will do the motive behind it. It's for me. It's for us to make people to fall in love again, ignite, know each other, deal and open those wounds that they thought they would never open. That's the motive behind that. It's for couples to do that, and that's why I want to do one for singles. I'm still working on that one for the single. The problem with the single one, it's I wanted to involve the single people go the couple retreat, but now I respect the relationships about. Now I gotta get hi, how are you? I won't tell you in a relationship. I respect relationships about. Now, I don't want to be bringing Pearl there, and then Pearl all of a sudden ulibelezi Kolani, and Kolani and Lele Balem. I don't want to do. I don't want to be doing that. That's why I also saying, can you only have maybe 5 couples? Because I don't want to be in a place where oh, I can act. I don't want to be in a place, guys, where there's 20 couples and like there's 40 people, and all of a sudden Ntwaki is connecting more like okay, so it's about that thing. It's about that thing. So we will have a single one. We will have one Yabo Busi. Busi is the single ones. Popele, the rest, you know. We'll have that. We are going to have that. We will organize that where we're going to sit, you know. No, and it's not that single ladies are hot. They come intentionally looking. When they stand like, you know, they don't stand straight. They stand, so I don't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So we will organize that. We will organize that. Yeah. Any questions, query? We will talk. Bro, how about on regular? How about Besha 100 rand? That's success. How about yes, self-awareness. But with that, yeah, this thing already self-awareness. How about Besha 100 rand on a lighter note? Capita Kibelcha number yagan 083 1981. I guys give broke. Cano fela. I sent 20K, 100 rand. 20K for 20K for this month has been the hardest. Clipper of it. Clipper, guys. Kanambaka Kipiteg. Kanambaka Kipiteg. Clip. DM if somebody DM me. And this one is naughty, and I'll be there to strengthen marriages. How do you strengthen marriages? How do you strengthen marriages? How do you strengthen marriages? Success. I blew it, guys. Ish. When are you? When I got to stove, Hey guys, it's fine. Good night. But what's number? Literally, banam shangling right. Yay! Hey, those little ones, they want money. Hey, they want money. Those little ones. Hey, they want money. Oh, your kids. Well, they're a blessing. Don't get come again. Have a look in. I don't know what's going on. It's fine. Have yourselves a great evening, a good night. I think I'm gonna switch off my iPhone 14 Pro Max now and leave. Where's my MacBook? Oh, my MacBook is there. My MacBook Pro is there. My MacBook is there. My MacBook is there. Now I must my MacBook, my Pro is here. So I'm gonna switch off my 14. My Pro is here. So I'm gonna switch off my 14 Pro Max. Kingenile. Ka FaceTime man, le FaceTime. My Pro Max. Yes. A go ne re ka le bontsha yona ka momorao di 3D camera. Mara go ne ka le bontsha yona ka momorao. Na ba nreketse yona ka Sunday. Pro Max. I love you guys. I love you guys. You know I love you. Can I be your date on the debt review? Debt review. No, rumela 100 rand, guys. I need 100 rand. Aye, guys. Aye. I wish I need 100 rand. 100 rand will do. You want to be my you want to be my whatever? No, you can't be my date. Love you guys. Bye bye. Hey, rumela 100 rand.